And if you walk into a closed door, close it behind you.
And knock. Mabel.
Don't do that. Don't like it. Don't like that.
Alright, so Bailey said she doesn't understand the value of recording our conversations. She says she's basically just telling her business, and what's the interesting thing about that? Right?
Anything else?
I don't know, I'm trying to reiterate. I remember when my arm used to sit up like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't ever want to get old. It's just sad.
Man, you better take care of your body now.
I need to.
I lost my whole ass. That thing that you take for granted, I took my ass for granted.
I don't take mine for granted. I
hope not. I hope not, because when I lost weight, I lost my ass, and I did not think that that was humanly possible.
You've always had it, or what?
I've always had an ass. No, Angel grew an ass. But
she's literally in puberty.
She had one way back. Remember when she was 4 years old, her pants used to sag in the back, and I used to be so concerned for my baby. I was like, baby, please grow a booty, because if you're one of the girls who doesn't have a booty, that's a tough road.
Just leave it at that.
And I've always had a butt. Like, I have stretch marks right here because my butt used to be bigger and then it got smaller. So I've always had a butt. And then when I lost weight, I don't have a butt. It literally deflated, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm doing my squats and I'm doing that stuff, but it's like I can't even quit. I can't stop working out, not because I'm no longer quitting on myself and I'm not stopping doing things anymore. I have a winner spirit in all aspects of my life. It's not that. It's the fact if I don't squat myself a booty, I'm going to have a flat ass for the rest of my life, and I cannot join that club. I'm okay with not having any breasts. But I can't not have no breasts and a flat ass. I can't do it. Nothing against the no breast flat ass crew.
Stop, Mom.
I'm trying to make them feel better. I don't want them to think that I'm judging. I'm not. I just know what I want for myself. Because there's a video I posted on my birthday, and I have on a black dress, and it's a boomerang, and I'm walking down the stairs, and then I back up, and then that booty is just so luscious. And I was just like...
Don't even start.
I shed a real tear.
No, honestly, you're just so funny.
I'm so serious.
This is how people talk to me. I'm just like, why is this like, this doesn't mean anything. Like,
what
but it's nothing.
Until you don't have one.
Exactly.
You take that shit for granted.
So for you to say that right now is just like, dang.
I took my hands for granted, and now my hands don't work right. I took my knees for granted. I used to get down and drop my ego on. I had knees like Megan.
I don't believe it, honestly.
I know. You do not know a time where my knees worked. But I tell you, I was drop down and get your eagle on. Yes, in my day. In my day.
You might have been a fun friend.
I was.
Like, I like to be around people who are like that, but I don't like to be the person doing it.
Man, but you are. Whenever I go somewhere with you, you are to get the party started, girl. And I'm like, pipe down, young Padawan. Pipe down. But I was her, too. I'm still her. That's why when we were in Jamaica, I was like, me and Dre are going to start doing fun clinics where y'all come and we teach y'all how to have fun, because people don't know how to have fun. And, man, I used to be the party starter. I'm still the, like, when we're doing, you do the same thing. At Michael's graduation, you automatically, and Angel does it,
Michael?
You two both, Michael's graduation from kindergarten.
Oh, I was like, who's Michael?
Your brother.
Like, I was like, that far back? Well, I'm like, graduation.
Yeah, you and Angel both got up, and y'all started helping the teacher pass out stuff. I think you even said, you made an announcement to everybody, like, Miss A said something and you made an announcement on her behalf, like you automatically went into a leadership role. And I do that too. And I get the party started.
I just like being the only person doing it and not just like a shadow. Because Angel seems like a shadow to me. Like, she just seems like she does things because she sees other people doing it and not because she actually genuinely wants to do it.
But is she not taking leadership though? Whether she's pretending to be a leader, that is the character she chose to pretend to be. She didn't choose to be the follower. She chose to be the leader. You're authentically a leader.
Let's be a real leader, though. Not.
She has to come and she has to know herself, though. She has to know herself. I don't know what I did differently, if there's anything, because it's innate versus or nature versus nurture, right? I don't know what I did differently with you than I didn't do with her, which caused you to know who you are. Or do you just have it in you to know who you are? Nature versus nurture. You never know who you are, because I'm still discovering who I am, and I know who I am. I know who the fuck I am. I know. But I don't know if I transferred that to you. But you know who you are more than she does.
Hopefully she...
Like, I did a whole lot more to you, and I didn't crush your soul. You won't break my soul. You wouldn't let me break you. I broke her.
That's exactly why I just, like, I cannot understand other people. I feel like I have a lack of empathy or something. Like, when people have hard times going through things, I'm just like, just get it on with, let's go, you know. You had to do it anyways. Having it, like, so yesterday, I came home, I made wings, and before I was going to make the wings, I was going to make the lasagna, because
Is the oven still on?
Yes. I was going to make the lasagna. And you said, no, just make it tomorrow or something. I was like, alright. So I was already like, I'm not making dinner for everybody now. And you talking about there's food in the fridge, I just need to cook the noodles.
So me telling you you're off the hook, you don't have to cook dinner, that upset you?
No, I'm about to get there.
Okay, I'm here.
It definitely was like, well, you know, I don't want to hear none of this later. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to cook food now. Like, I'm cooking for myself already. And I had just gotten off of work. I make the wings, shower, come back, you know, go outside. Kaden comes outside. Daddy's home, Daddy's home. I'm like, okay. And in the midst of this all, I go cook the noodles, and there's only like this much noodles.
There's a whole
in the
bag.
fridge. I saw it.
Okay.
But in the package, there's only this many spaghetti noodles. I was like, so I broke it in half, made it for the boys. Dre gets home. I'm outside. He ate my chicken. I was not happy because I didn't eat it yet. I had cooked it when I got home from work, and he ate it. And he just said, oh, like, I had eaten all day. And, like, I felt bad for him, but it's just, like, I don't want to always feel bad for people, especially when you're, like, in my way. Like, that was him inconveniencing me. Like, I get home from 5, ready to eat my chicken wings at 7, don't get to eat dinner until 10. You know?
But then even in that inconvenience, you still brought me a plate, and you brought him a plate.
Because
so you're the real MVP, irregardless.
But it's like, do I always want to be the MVP? Why can't I just be a non-playable character?
God damn it! At some point, you were going to stop leaving me hanging. Okay.
Yeah, but it was just like one of those moments where it's like, I be trying to go out my way for other people, and it's not convenient then. But then they get in my way, and it's like.
Yeah, I understand.
And I made all that chicken yesterday because it's just like, well, I know you're hungry, so here, but dang.
I appreciate it. Tonight's my night, so I was gonna make the lasagna.
I figured, because you said you were gonna make chicken pitas, but you didn't ask me to get anything from the store.
I forgot.
I know.
Until I realized today was Wednesday. I was like, thank God the lasagna's here.
Right.
Thank God.
I was falling on that lasagna, honestly. Because the other day I was like, no, I want tacos.
First off, you got store brand lasagna. How do we think that's gonna play out?
Because it honestly looked good on the box.
Okay, we gonna see.
I just didn't want Stouffer. Like, that stuff is just so
Help
gross.
yourself. Help yourself. God dang it! I shouldn't have bit my toes. Anyway,
It's gonna hurt himself.
she doesn't see the value in what the heck is he doing? Don't do that. Don't do what I think you're about to do.
He did it.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, I say he's gonna hurt himself because imagine he falls back and hits his head on that bar.
Yeah, they do a lot of things daily that can really cause serious bodily harm. Like, their whole life is just an ER visit, only by the grace of God. But she says she doesn't understand why recording. Look at him. Put Joe back into it. Come on. Yes, that's my big man. All right, anyway. Hold on. Let me explain to you why you being okay with being recorded is beneficial. Yes, there is a form of voyeurism, i.e. people are just watching to watch because you're entertaining. But also there's other young girls who are trying to figure out who they are, and they see you with your confidence, and now they know someone they can model themselves after. Not emulate, model themselves.
That's what I feel like Angel tries to do.
But she's modeling herself after the negative aspects of who you are.
And she doesn't understand that. Which is so weird because, like, how do you want to be such a bad person for no reason?
Because she wants to be a mean girl.
But it's so weird. I'm not a mean girl. I was just mean.
But society...
like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not a bit, but I was a bit. I understand 110%. And I'm not a mean girl. I was just mean grows into I'm not a bit. I just was a bit. You put on your armor and you became who you needed to be in your circumstances. But now you know that you don't need to be that.
Right? And how often you have to pull it out? Now it's just thumbs down.
Yeah, she said this old man blew her a kiss today, and she was just like, I was like, good job being assertive and standing up for yourself.
Sort of. I mean, I could have been more abrasive, but...
I told her that could lead to somebody waiting for you outside the store, so you protected your safety. You said thumbs down, but I was like, you could have said, Mr. Johnson, you know that's not appropriate. I'm young enough to be your granddaughter. You know, that's why we end up laughing stuff off and they think it's still okay.
Yeah.
Because now you kind of joked about it because you're concerned about your safety. They're like, well, she laughed about it. No, she laughed about it because she was concerned about her safety. I got to get up out of here. I have definitely been in situations where I barely made it out with my vagina. And I had to laugh my way out of there.
What is going on?
We had this conversation yesterday with Dre. Dre was like, man, ain't no guys out there doing all that R-ing like that. I was like,
raping?
Shh, you gonna get me banned.
I'm sorry. R-ing?
Yeah. And I was like, you'd be surprised. I was like,
how normal it is.
How normal it is, and how many of us as women
say anything.
I've never reported it.
How do you know it's that though? I feel like there's...
And then that's the level of confusion.
Like that's...
Like, I believe your father did, and the equivalent of that is I didn't want to, he didn't care, and he still, and I laid there and I cried, and he still took it. I know. That, and I still stayed in the relationship. Sorry. I know. Be better than your mama.
The victim.
But I don't claim victim. I don't claim victim. I chose to stay. But he had got my head so much, he had me thinking I could not survive without him. Because who raised me? Damn. He was the first person.
You guys, like when you did send me that money earlier, I was like, who else can I call to? Who else can help me?
Go.
Nobody can help me. My family's not even there for me. That's just always going to
Damn, you went there that quick.
Yeah, I did.
And I was questioning today. I was like, why do I go to divorce that quick? You were on your road to being me if you don't check that.
I'm like, my family doesn't love me.
Yes, and I went and I said, you said something that hurt my feelings. I want a divorce. Like, ew, I transferred that to you. You got to check that. That's not sexy.
I mean, it's only there if,
you don't get your way. Somebody offends you, you don't get your way, you're like, you, I don't need you. We all do it.
AKA Riley.
Yeah. Well, she said that first of all, she asked me, she wants how to end a friendship. She wanted to end a friendship. I was like, end your friendship like this. So I told her how to end the friendship. But now she discloses to me that she never communicated to this friend that their actions were bothersome. I was like, so you never gave this friend an opportunity to correct their behaviors?
I just gave her instances to watch. How many times are you going to tell me no? You tell me 6 no's and 1 yes.
Did you bring that up?
No.
You just set a standard for yourself, but you never communicated that standard to her.
Yeah, because I mean, I just feel like to some degree, her opinion doesn't matter, and my opinion doesn't matter. So for me to speak to her on it, I just feel like I'm not such a pivotal character in her life to make decisions like that. For her to, make the decision that she cares about me enough to, put time away from her boyfriend, put time away from the person she lives with,
But you allowed her to structure your friendship based off of what you accepted. You thought you could enter into the relationship and figure things out once you were inside the relationship.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You became her friend first. You didn't communicate. I don't know when the boyfriend entered the picture, if he was there first or second.
Like 8 months in.
Okay, so you came into the relationship, and at no point did you say, any expectations of what communication looks like, what hanging out looks like, what all of these different things, what a friend looks like to you. And I know this seems forward and pushy, but I am experiencing this in my friendships now. Off top, we say, I'm not trying to have no Selena Stalker looking ass friendship. I'm not looking for if this thing breaks off in a week or two or we just stop talking, I'm okay with that. We laying all the ground rules down up front. And we both are able to say, this is some weird shit, I'm out. Or we could say, boom, cool. I'm okay with what we have, it's cool for now, and if it cools off, then we're good. Deuces, I love what you did for me in the time that I had you. Why can't you have that conversation?
I didn't care.
But you do care, and you're sitting here.
I didn't care. I feel like it's more of... Never mind, I don't know, Mom. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is boring.
Oh, you brought up the topic?
No, I didn't. You
brought up Riley.
I know.
I was talking about why you're interesting to talk to, and then they always blame me for continuing the conversation.
No.
They always do. But it is now recorded where she continued to talk to me, and she pivoted to the next topic.
But I don't want to talk about Riley anymore.
So what do you want to talk about now?
I want to go. I don't want to be here anymore.
You don't want to go?
Telling you.
You don't want to be here? You haven't been telling me.
I told you before you turned on the camera that I want to leave.
I know, but then you brought up another, and you just gave me wonderful conversation. You fed my soul. I appreciate you feeding me. Yes, my need to have a conversation and to share the conversation with anyone who would like to be a part of it.
You're a friend, Mark.
You are my friend. And you're mad at me because I'm asking you to be my friend.
I want to be
your friend. You were telling me I'm wasting your time by asking you to talk to me.
You don't like to do things that I like to do.
What do you like to do?
Go outside and talk and not sit in your room.
Then say that. We could go for a walk.
No,
I'm physically active now.
Go outside in the backyard.
While you smoke?
Yes. Because you're not going to meet me in the middle here.
Well, so you want me to go... I will go sit next to Dre while he smokes, so it's not the present of the smoke. It's that it's you.
It's like when you said that being a sugar baby was bad, but like you've been through experiences like that. And I was like, dang. You said it was weird. I was like, the only reason why it would be weird is because it's me.
I have a different standard for you. I have a bias towards you. So, I allow things to happen to me for you. You know?
She said something. Someone said something. Invite to join.
Oh, this is supposed to be boom boom.
Decline. What are y'all? Zodiacs. We're Aries.
We're both Aries.
2 days apart.
April 7th and April 9th.
That's hilarious. What are your zodiac signs?
Yeah.
That would explain a lot. Like, I just feel like every single time I'll be at work and I see someone's ID, I'm just like, oh yeah, that explains why you're acting like this.
Yeah, I was on one of the lives and somebody said, "Are you a fire sign?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Makes sense. Exactly. Thank you for.
Why does it make sense?
Because we
used to clash, though. We used to clash. I used to clash with her, and I accepted that because me and my mother clashed. And so I just automatically accepted I was going to clash with my daughter because my mom is April 13th, I'm April 7th, and my daughter is April 9th. And so I just knew we were going to have a doomed relationship simply because we were Aries and I don't get along with Aries. And we almost did.
I thought that was surface level things. Like once you start not getting upset over things that you're supposed to get upset about.
Yeah, they're supposed to keep you at odds with your family and keep you at odds with your kids. They're supposed to. Y'all be careful of the supposed tos.
Right. Make sure you have your own ideas before you follow society.
Yeah.
Mix and match, you know? You don't have to
go by the book.
Right. You also don't have to be lone wolf.
Yo, they say they don't have a parenting handbook, but they literally depict how to raise our children on the TV, and we replicate that. We either replicate what was done to us in our former version or what they do on TV.
Mother-daughter bond. Yes.
See, she said, what's the value? Is that you, Von Treese? I see your little watermelon ass. How you doing, sis?
Watermelon?
I may be. Sister supported up. But she has a watermelon in her little situation, and that's what I recognize. I can't see. My eyes are bad.
I see a watermelon though.
Yeah, but I told you, she said she doesn't see the value of recording our conversations. And I said, somebody's going to pull something from it. Everything has value.
Everything.
And y'all see how she sparked the conversation up twice. She gave us 2 new topics, rapid fire topics. She was like,
I feel like this is just how I think when I start talking to people, and it's just too much for other people to handle.
I know, because everybody's mind doesn't think at the speed that yours.
Talk every day.
Your mind moves like my mind, and so we're able to. And you've been in training your whole life. If you look at it that way, my kids are in training to have conversations like this. Why? Because in order to keep up with me, they have to keep up with me.
But what's the purpose?
Like, you see how fast she had to come back already?
But no, I'm just thinking like, dang. But like, what job will this prepare me for? Like, I'm not over here about to be a nurse or something where I need to know people's regulations and their emotions. And because I feel like that's why I ask questions. Like, I'm able to understand someone's situation. Like, getting to know someone. I'll ask, like, what?
You literally asked me, what job is this preparing me for, when I'm literally building you a brand that you can take over?
This is me living, though. This is not me.
This is you living. This is you jobbing.
I know. But
if I build a legacy and you will be the next generation, you will be the fruits of my labor. You will be the proof that the BS that I am over here spewing works. You will be the proof of that. And you will be able to teach it from the perspective of you came up from underneath it on both sides. And you can speak to all of those people who are trying to break through those shackles because you broke through. If you would tap in, you are very powerful. But you don't want to tap in. But when you do, you will know who you are. And you will know exactly why you are in this training ground right now.
Makes sense. She says,
you got some good vision.
I'm there with you guys. Dropping gems. Aw. Love the communication. Love the conversation. There we go.
This is my bestie. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. And she said I'm lame because my best friend is my 18-year-old daughter.
She did?
You did.
Oh, I was about to say, dang, these people subbing you hard.
No, my people love over here.
That's hilarious.
We ride for each other over here. Real talk. Dre was like, I believe in you, but I see too many people trying to do what you do and fail. I'm like, you act like we didn't go to cosmetology school where they said 80% of the people who go through cosmetology school fail. I am the 80%. You are not. So how are you able to defy the odds, but you don't believe that I am? Everybody's out here trying to be an influencer. What if I'm the one to defy the odds? What if? You don't want to believe in me because everybody else is failing. Nigga, everybody else is failing. You supposed to be sitting on this bed making videos too because you ain't a cosmetologist either because you failed too. Oh, you succeeded? It's possible for you too, but not me. But you believe in me. Check your contradictions. Yeah, I still got a little energy on me from last night. And she just let the argument happen because she said it's not her place to say anything. And I get it. I taught her, stay out of grown folks' business. How come y'all didn't tell me my hair was doing all this? I get it. I taught her to stay out of grown folks' business. But I was just like, if you see an injustice anywhere,
but
is an injustice.
It was not an equal fight.
It was not equal. Do not interrupt my sister soldier.
That was not equal.
How is it not an equal fight?
Because you were talking stuff to him too. So I feel like you can hold your own. In the situation, I mean, for me, I feel like if I get in, I'm getting yelled at by both of y'all.
You would have. So this is what I'm teaching her. By telling her to stay out of grown folks' business. I may not even go live tomorrow because I'm giving y'all all the gems tonight. By telling her to stay out of grown folks' business, I am telling her to watch hypocrisies and injustices happen right in front of her, and she say nothing. That's what we are teaching our children by telling them to stay out of grown folks' business. That's why they could sit there and watch their friends do and say nothing. Yeah, because y'all staying out of grown folks' business. Damn it, I missed the ground. And because I'm not teaching my children to be slobs anymore, I'm going to go pick it up immediately. That's a big step for me because I would have left it there till later. You better celebrate my growth.
Good job, Mom.
I'm doing big things. When I tell you I celebrate every little change I make, because there's a lot of changes that need to be made. And as I make them, I celebrate me. I celebrate me. I made Dre join in on a song last night. I made up a stupid song. There's a scorpion in the bathroom. I was singing, there's a scorpion in the bathroom. And I kept singing it over and over and over again. And I shouldn't say it in front of Bailey because I could bet you I could get her to do it. But I kept singing, there's a scorpion in the bathroom. And I eventually got him to start ad-libbing to my song.
I love when he does that. Or like I'll be singing a song and he starts singing the rest of it like 30 minutes later. I'm like,
So, but the way he was ad-libbing, it was like, there's a scorpion in the bathroom. And then he would say something in the pause. Man, forget that scorpion. There's a scorpion in the bathroom. You better start talking about that scorpion.
The ants in the marching.
Yeah, so he would ad-lib. I was like, I knew if I sang that it took me, I'm not going to tell you how long it took me. I want you to watch the whole video. But I broke him. I got him to join me. I knew I could get him to join me in song, and I did. That's telepathy, y'all. So in all the flaws and all that my man got, I'm keeping him. Why? Because I got his brain. I wormed my way into his brain. And I ain't letting that nigga go. Leave me alone. I've been doing this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chumnaya. You can protest all you want to, but when you find one, when you get into their brain, you done struck gold, sis.
But you said you're never leaving him. Look at him. You hear it? He's hitting him.
Are they beating on each other? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
I missed it. You want to go? Are you exasperated?
Yeah, I want to go.
Okay. Bye-bye. I appreciate you making a sacrifice for your mammy.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You just made it a beautiful one. See, I was sitting in here editing video.
All
sad. Thinking, woe is me, my life sucks. If only my daughter would come and talk to me.
Is that really what you're thinking?
And you manifested, and you came and you said, I thought I had something to say. And then you found something to say.
Like, honestly,
and we had beautiful conversation.
I found something to say.
Bye, Billy.
Bye.
We want Billy. I like Chicago. Y'all like Chicago? I ain't got nothing to talk about now that I done lost my sidekick. Hey, how's everybody doing? What's tonight? Tonight is Wednesday. Y'all gotta get up and go to work in the morning. Von Treese, what you doing up? Where you at? I don't know if that's a 6 or 8. My vision is really bad. I think that's a 6. I am nearsighted and it keeps getting worse because I stare at this damn phone screen. I'm gonna need this money levy to break because, I noticed one of my viewers disappeared when my big titty daughter disappeared. Were you looking at her titties? You little pervs out there, y'all better go get some business. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. But I appreciate all the love. You know, I had my live earlier. I think I only had 20 viewers on it. And that was kind of detestable to me. I don't know why it was detestable. I am learning so much from going on these lives. I'm learning, you know, some days are going to be better than others. I'm here building a business live on the internet so that you guys can observe the process. So those of you who have the courage, I should probably tell him to flip that the other way. That's the reason why it keeps falling over. Or I should just let him figure it out on his own. He's a smart boy. But anyway, I'm going through this evolution live here on the internet. And because, hey, let's not do that. No, no, no. Don't be ugly. Because I'm going through this internet evolution. Now you were able to see how a multi-million-dollar conglomerate is built right here on TikTok. And those of you who've been around since A1 day one, gonna see how we literally got it up out the mud. And we gonna give you the formula the whole way through. The whole way through. I'm spilling beans. They gonna try to shut me up. So y'all pray. Y'all keep me prayed up. You keep me lifted up. Because I'm gonna spill all the fucking beans. And I'm gonna tell y'all how to do all this stuff that they try to keep a mystery. When I sat there, our old stomping grounds, I think you're amazing and doing great things. You are inspiring. Thank you, babe. Thank you so much. That's what keeps me going. But I'm about to unlock all the lies. I'm about to tell all the truths. Because we deserve to know. They're so in lust for power that they would allow the masses to be in despair so that they could be in this false illusion of pleasure. They're miserable too. They're more miserable than we are, but they're so fake they probably aren't even human anymore. I don't know. I'm just talking. I might be. But you could always pick up your sister support merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Hey! This is why I didn't take my sweatshirt off from earlier. God knew. God did. So, you know, she want to know why she's in verbal Olympics with her mama. Yeah, I'm done talking about them before they come get me. Just know I'll never commit. I'll never take myself out. I would never will. So if it comes out that I did, I didn't. That's how I know important. That's how important I know this work is we're doing. I've known since probably birth. But I've known since I've known. And I've told this story before, but I've never told this story with the confidence I'm about to give it now. And if my phone shorts out, you know why it did. Because something always happens. And I'm going to keep it real PG. So if they violate me, we know what happens. But you know, I've known since I was a child who I was. I've always known that I was special. But the world treated me like I was a problem. So the first parts of believing you're a problem is everybody around you telling you you're a problem. They may be verbally telling you you're a problem or energetically telling you you're a problem or physically telling you you're a problem. But you're a problem. You know, I had a working theory tonight. My daughter was like, man, I can't wait till I can hang out with my cousins and really build a relationship with them. And while she's talking, I'm thinking, your cousins lived in the same state as you for decades and never spent any time with you. So why do you think something is going to change energetically that all of a sudden your cousins who lived right up the street from you, they all of a sudden want to build a relationship with you? I think my back of my tongue, I can actually feel my tongue sticking to my back teeth, and I can hear my tongue moving in my mouth. I'm sorry if you can hear it too. I have acute sound noise disorder. I just labeled myself, and I can hear tiny sounds. Like I got hearing problems, but I can hear tiny sounds, and they drive me bananas. So the mental control I gotta have to be able to hear myself speak and still keep talking, I must be insane. But anyway, yeah, I had to break the energy because I was going down the road of tears, and I don't want to cry on live tonight. Oh, wow. Angela, Miss Bassett, if you ever need a stand, I could cry just like you. Oh, wow. Got you. After Kiki, Lonee. I'm just saying. So anyway, I've always known who I am, but the world tried to make me feel like I was weird. I was different. I was an outcast. I was unlovable. The world tried its damnedest to make me feel like I don't belong here. See, if this was a video, I could just stop. But you want to know the crazy thing? The crazy thing is that the world that tried to kill me never succeeded. I entertained the thoughts. I took a bottle of vitamin C because I didn't know what I was doing. My sister was getting ready to go out, and I was laying in the corner, and I was like, if I'm not alive when you get back, I love you. And she said, like, yeah, whatever. My sister saw me sitting in the corner, telling her that this may be the last time we see each other. And she said, okay. Yeah, that's the energy I grew up in. So Bailey wants to know why I'm so bitter. Bailey wants to know why. Like, I'm over the energy of my sister calling me trash. She said, you don't think you'll ever forgive her? How do you forgive someone who thinks you're trash? How do you forgive that? How do you forgive someone who thinks you're trash? And for context, the videos are on our YouTube channel, As the Apple Turns, where I'm on the phone with my dad driving down the mountain talking about his daughter. And how that I don't think I bleeped out cuss words back in the day, so you get the raw, uncut Lonnie. Yeah, y'all ain't seen the Lonnie that's over there on YouTube. Shoot, I don't want to see the Lonnie that's over there on YouTube. She was crazy. She was a crier too. Anyway. That's a survivor story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a victim. To be a victim means that anything that happened in my past was not for my higher good. And I know every single thing in my past was for my higher good. I am who I am today. I have the story I have to tell today. I am the authentic person I am today. I am the introspective person I am today. I am everything that I am today because of my past. And if anything in my past would have been different, I would not be who I am today. So I know it was all for a purpose. You know I can't see Vaughn. Let me just flip over to the old people screen. It's hard, but you have to show them your treasures. Who are them? I ain't shown nobody nothing. If you don't know who the fuck I am, it ain't my job to teach you. It's my job for me to know who the fuck I am and to continue to evolve and be who the fuck I am. That's my job. Those ungrateful people who don't know who they have access to, and that's not me knowing who I am as Lonnie Appleton, as Lonnie Taylor, as a little girl who knew she came to this earth to save the world. I knew. I have known, and I have never said it because isn't that fucking ridiculous? Who the hell was born to save the world? Who? Jesus? Shit, I ain't never laughed like that before, but that was funny as fuck to me. Oh, the last savior was Jesus. I do not think I'm Jesus. I do not. But it's just so funny because I'm trying to be funny, haha. No one's ever been born to save the world, so that's such a ridiculous thing to think. And then I realized, yeah, Jesus was born to save the world. I think after the world went to everybody's been saved. Everybody's been born to save the world. I might have just been born to sound a wake-up call. Hooty-hoo! It's time to wake up, y'all. It's time for y'all to wake up. There's some crazy stuff, y'all. There's some crazy stuff. I don't know what the hell. Like, I know that the gummies come from a factory. I know that the gummies come from a factory, which means the chemical composition in every gummy is supposed to be exactly the same. But whatever is in this batch of gummies that I am partaking in, I have been meteorically high. Like the stuff I'm touching on right now is just like, and I'm only gonna get higher as I elevate my vibration. You are a living testimony. I relate to your younger self as well. We are not alone. My God, thank you. We are finding our tribe. See, she want to stop recording my video because she want to go to the backyard and record her videos. I see what it is. We are living testimonies. You are correct. We are the forgotten. We are the throwaways. We are the ones who had to go out here and figure it out. You figure it out. We had to come out here and figure it out. And if we're still here, we'll live another day to figure it out. We're the figure it out generation. Because the generation before us, they didn't transfer shit. They didn't transfer nothing. And we had to get it out the mud. Y'all, I literally grew up in a crack house. My husband literally grew up getting shot at. So when someone wants to hop in the comments and say, why are you married? Why are you still married? Or why are you still with him if he doesn't know how to communicate? Well, girlfriend, why are you even married to a man? Because none of them know how to communicate. And what we as women have classified as communication ain't communication. We all need some effective communication classes. Why are you married to a man who can't communicate? Because the qualities of this man outweighs his flaws. We're all flawed. He sat through how many years of me not even knowing how to love him? I could sit through however many years of him learning how to talk to me. I didn't know how to love this man. I can have the patience for him to learn how to talk to me because he's always known how to love me. It was me who had to learn how to love me. And I am a confident Black woman. The only space that I have ever shown vulnerability is in the spaces of other Black women. And at this point in my juncture, I have to say, it's not that I felt that I was smaller than you. I just know how fucking judgmental y'all are. I know how hard y'all go on each other, and if you don't fit nicely pretty in the little box in the bow, you can't get it. So I stayed away. I was sitting here watching this Women in Hip Hop on Netflix, and I heard the dark-skinned women talking about how they were made fun of because they were dark-skinned. I'm like, where the hell did you grow up? Because where I grew up, I was teased and dragged like a dog by my sister in my home and outside of my home for being light-skinned. Because my sister is dark-skinned. Ebony and ivory. Yeah, you wouldn't put me and my sister together in a lineup and we have the same mother and father. And so, you know, I was dragged for being light-skinned. So to sit here and listen to these Black women, these dark-skinned Black women, talk about how they were drugged for being dark-skinned and how hard it is to be dark-skinned, it's like I can't even complain because I'm the minority. I'm the minority in the minority. You know what I'm saying? I can't have a problem too because I'm the minority. Yes, Michael.
I'm a gamer boy.
I understand your identity. What can I do for you?
You can get me one. You can if I keep my room clean, you need to buy me. My brother need to buy me a bouncy house.
You better put a house on that trampoline and bounce in it. That's the best I got for you. It was enclosed. You took the enclosure off, which you could have had a simulated house situation, but yeah, I don't foresee that in the near future. That ain't even nowhere on my manifestation list, my dear. If it's on your manifestation list, you better make it pop.
Mom, I can really hear this from the window.
Because your sissy's outside.
Then why are you
on her disrespectful volume tip?
Why are you like...
Don't touch my face.
Why you're like 15 foot tall?
Go get some business.
What's my DR? Oh, you 15?
Go get some business.
What's my favorite number?
I don't know. Go get some business.
What's my favorite number?
79. Now get out.
78 to 79.
Okay, that is a series of numbers or two numbers, not just one. Get out. And did your brother come in here too?
No.
I see two of you. Get out.
You don't.
Kaden. The Lord knows just what you need when you need it. Don't question timing of anything. Don't question divinity. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all. You know, those little girls dog walked me. You know, it's funny how I always lose my train of thought, but I held that one. Them little girls dog walked me. They never touched me. Only one touched me. It was this girl that I don't even know. I still knew of her, but I didn't even know her name. She cornered me in the girls' locker room. And it wasn't even a fight. I don't know if she just walked up on me. I laid down. I don't know. I don't even know how I got, and she got on top of me. And she has me by the neck. And she's saying, say blood, say blood. And I identify, I ain't going to say ooh-ah. I ain't going to say it. I identify as a Crip, so I'm not going to say it. I just have to laugh at the absurdity of my life. The things that I've gone through in my life. Like, I can't believe I was that little girl. I had to survive. That's when old girl says, I'm in survival mode. I've never left her behind. I don't know if I've ever healed her. I've talked about my childhood. I could talk about my childhood, but the fact that I'm sitting here crying alludes to the fact that I may have never healed my inner child. Damn. Yo, hold on. Author Reese Scott is called Healing on the Inside, a guided shadow work journal. My vision is bad. 1, 2, I might be. And so I may read that way. But anyway, yo, check the video that I posted today because I'm starting the Sister Support Network. If you are a small Black woman-owned business and you want to link up with other small woman-owned, Black-owned businesses and trade products, we're going to try to figure out how to trade services. But Lord, what in the world is going on, Jesus? And because this is an everyday occurrence, and all of that screaming in your house may mean something, in my house it just means another day. It also means I need to go and correct it, so it's not another day in my house, but today's not the day I'm going to correct it. So I'm not alarmed. I have a few copies of this book, What's the Best That Can Happen, at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Say you have some copies of your book available on Amazon. Video on my page, so go check her out. So we contact each other, we trade our products, and we film review videos. And it doesn't stop with one review video. If I have, a skit that I want to put together, and one of my characters is sitting there reading the journal upside down. You know what I'm saying? Now I have entered your product into another ad placement. So I have pineapple in my water on trees. But we trade products. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me the space to grieve. Thank you. We trade products. You review on your network and you review on your network, because what I have discerned is we are more apt to support a recommended product. This journal, Divinity. I was going and I was looking at the different prompts for my video, and I just opened up to a random page and it said, what is something, I can't find it, but it said, what is something that you enjoyed to do as a child? Do it. Whether it was finger painting or playing with Legos. Do it. Get back to your inner child. And I took it for face value. I always tell y'all, don't take something for face value. Receive it on the spirit, current incarnation side as, face value. But on the soul side, you got to process and figure out what's in it for you. Everything is what's in it for you. Yeah, I'm out here because what's in it for me? I'm enjoying talking to y'all. That's why I'm here. Why you here? What's in it for you? Let me know what's in it for you. Hey, Coco. And so, once you identify what's in it for you, now you can draw value. I don't know what you're listening to, but it make me want to move my left hip. Anyway, it says something about recapturing your inner child, and clearly it's not meant for me to find it now. But the point is, I read a prompt in this journal that talked about healing your inner child by doing an inner child activity. And then I just sat here on this live and I began to do the work and acknowledging that I haven't healed my inner child. So when I tell you, if spirit tells you to move, move. If spirit tells you to go purchase this journal from Amazon, because I would have never purchased a guided journal. I don't need prompts to journal. I'm too sophisticated. I know how to get the party started without prompts. I'm a journal snob, yes. I would never buy a guided prompt journal. But do you see how that guide in this prompt, or this prompt in this guide, guided me along a healing journey? So we can never, ever take anything for granted, and we can never, ever question divinity. If divine is telling you to move, move. Get out the way. Be obedient. Period. Ask questions later, because if you review your life and you actually sit and you pay attention, what the devil meant for bad, God made for good. Translation: nothing is ever bad. Everything has meaning. Everything is divinity. Everything. So we can give the devil credit, but why? Can't we bypass? Everything is divinity. Everything that was meant to be set up for me to trip and for me to fall, for me to fail, just elevated me further. That woman got me kicked out of my master's program. She was dead wrong. It was an inner city school, little brown babies. And there were days she didn't teach math. Then we wonder why these schools are pumping out these children. They said Michael Orr made it all the way through college not knowing how to read. There is a man who is on TikTok that my friend sent me his story. He's 34, 36 years old, teaching himself how to read, which means he went 30 some odd years of his life with the inability to read. There are black men and women and children beyond the age of kindergarten who do not know how to read in America. Like, process that. Why? Why is that? What the hell is going on? I know I live in a bubble. Even though I think I know, I have no idea that what I saw in Jamaica is potentially happening here in America. I have no idea. But that is just mind-blowing to me. And that is not coming from a judgmental space. That means that's coming from a we dropped the ball space. We dropped the ball. But it's not too late to pick it up. But we have to admit our deficits. First, we must admit our deficits to ourselves, and then we must admit our deficits to others, especially if those deficits are ones that we are trying to overcome, and the required piece that we need is someone else. We are a community. We are the collective. If you have had the spirit of discernment when establishing the people within your inner circle, you are surrounded by someone at the exact time that you need said service. So if you need something, that's why they say, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Because it's divine. It's divinity. If you have ever tried to start a business or you have tried to start something and it's not being supported, and I mean dry, not trickles. Trickles is keep going. Trickles is I'm about to quit and I wake up and there's that one sale. Those are trickles. That's universe saying keep going, keep going, keep going. And I know your spouse is saying, yes, one sale, it's whatever. It's costing way more money to keep your website going than the website's bringing in. But you stay focused on those trickles. Because those trickles are you breaking through the veil. You are breaking through the barrier. And pretty soon you're going to go shh. But do you have the overhead and do you have the faith to do it? And if you have the overhead and you have the faith to do it, keep going. Keep the faith. But if you are moving because this is the thing, like Dre said, he believes in me, but he doesn't believe that I'll succeed because everybody is out here doing this. And I said, everyone's out here doing it, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. There's a difference there. I'm not chasing somebody else's dream. I'm not chasing the next hot thing. Ice cream's so good. I'm not chasing the next hot thing. I'm out here on purpose, and I've known since I could know what I was brought to this earth to do. I used to wash the dishes in my grandmother's house, pretending I was filming how-to videos on how to properly wash dishes. I'm doing what I came to this earth to do. I'm teaching you how to live life. And those of you who pop in and you don't know what this is because you have not allowed yourself to be within the energy. If you're within the energy, you understand exactly what I just said. But if you're not in the energy and you're not familiar with me, you'll understand that I lose my train of thought like that, and I just did. I grew up with a neighbor lady who couldn't read or write. She was poor. I don't think too many see she was homeschooled by her mother in the 1920s, but all her kids went to school and learned more than she ever would, and she said it would with so much. Oh, we'll never know what happened. Pride. Beautiful. I know. That's what he said in the interview. It was a beautiful interview. And he said he was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. How many men, women, and people are out there who are just too embarrassed to admit that they have a deficit? But if you admit it, you have a deficit, and know that you surrounded yourself with the people you need to surround yourself with, the people will support you. The thing is, you are surrounding yourself with anybody. Anybody could be in your inner circle. And since anybody could be in your inner circle, you ain't got nobody around you that you can confide in and say, hey, I have this deficit. And chances are, because we're all human, somebody within your inner circle has either had that deficit, has that deficit, or will have that deficit because you surrounded yourself with people. And this is something that I have discovered here on TikTok. What in the world are these kids doing? Something that I have discovered here on TikTok. Everybody that I come in contact with.
Mommy, I can put the table down with that thing we on there yesterday. I put it on the bed, and then put it down, and he put it down.
I respect your feelings.
And I got angry.
I see you got angry. I respect your feelings, dear. Oh, now the other one. Yes.
Angel being mean to me.
Oh, so Angel's just on a rampage, huh?
She won't give me back the remote.
Oh, she took the remote, huh? Oh.
And that makes me sad.
Yeah, I would be upset too. What do you think you should do about that?
She needs to tell her.
Get out the window.
I need to tell her. You don't even think about it. Just give it a
Leave my books alone. Don't even think about it. Why does she have to give you the remote? Why isn't Angel allowed to watch TV? I said leave my books alone.
I was watching TV first. She wasn't supposed to be around.
So because you were watching TV first meant that you got plenty of time to watch TV. Just like when you're at school, Kaden gets plenty of time to watch TV. Then when you get home, yes, I let the TV raise my children, judge yourself. And then when you get home, my kids are very brilliant, so judge yourself. And then when you get home, you get plenty of time to watch TV. And now it is 6:47, so Angel deserves the right to watch TV as well. Don't you agree?
No, I don't agree about Angel. I don't agree about anything about Angel.
No, you got beef with Angel, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody got beef with Angel, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Everyone still Angel don't listen to anyone because she's keeping leaving dishes in her room.
Oh, I know. What does that got to do with you, though?
She just needs to clean the dishes. I don't leave dishes in my room. I just put the dishes in the kitchen.
But why?
We
know you leave the dishes in the room. But why are you comparing yourself to Angel?
Because she's the one who's the annoying one.
So because she's annoying, you feel you need to compare yourself to her?
Yes.
Do you know what compare means?
No.
So why don't you ever say when you don't know a word? Like you really be having some conversation not knowing what a word means.
I know what happy means. It's a feeling.
Happy is a feeling. Did you learn that in school?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. What other feelings did you learn?
I know what mad, sad, happy, sad, bored.
So only one feel good. Leave it alone. Only one feel good emotion and then a bunch of meh emotions. You see how they program them?
I'm a program. Open the window.
But I don't want you to open my window, dear. So please stop. But why would you even pretend that you are? Stop pulling on that before you pull it down. What did I say? You don't want no problems with me. I said let it go. I appreciate you.
How we don't move? I was in school and I was doing this. I need a pencil.
Well, I don't have a pencil, dear. You'll have to go find one. Maybe in your pencil box? If you step on my books, it's going to be me and you.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I learned this hack, which is called...
Oh, you were tapping away. I appreciate you, sis. Oh, hey, Tax Pearl. I'm here for round 2.
Okay. Hi. I just need this pin. What's that?
Why y'all always messing with my light?
There you go. Get out.
Who got to get out? I heard you've been being mean to your brothers.
I wasn't being mean to nobody.
They said you went and took the remote and flipped the table down?
Because the table was up. It's not even supposed to be up.
Who was playing?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Mom.
The TV was out when I came in here, so I turned it down. So because you're not.
I'm working on my heathens.
Hey, Mom. I want to say something. I found that.
You're proud of that?
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of. Good
job.
job.
I did it with pencils, and
it
went so high. Right?
Was it? Oh, why do you think the pencil goes higher than the pen? Sorry if his feet are dirty. They walk around barefoot.
You can stab me in my eye.
So he's trying to have fun, and you see, look, boom. Don't play victim.
No,
listen. No, listen.
I
Just give me a second. Let me tell you something.
Take the stupid pen.
Why do you even have it in your hand? You put yourself in the issue. I know. So you inserted yourself. No, I really want you to pay attention to this. You inserted yourself into this. You came in the room, and you walked exactly in the line of where he was flipping the pen. Stop. Let me finish. And you stop. And then he flipped the pen once. And you saw what he was doing. And at that point, you had an opportunity to move out of the way to allow him to do what he was doing. Because the adult in the room did not have a problem with it. Therefore, you should not. Because this is my space. And I'm allowing him to show me his trick. So you, having foresight of knowing he's going to flip a pen a second time, should have moved, but you chose not to move. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you chose to continue to stand there. So when he flips the pen a second time, you don't get to then turn around and say, stop, I'm standing here. When you could have moved. Like, isn't that the logical thing to do? Yeah. Just move out the way and let him play.
Okay, I can show you this. Okay, I found this. It's cut though. Yeah.
Yo, the pencil does go further.
It went high, like.
I know. That was crazy. Can y'all go?
It did front flip.
I gave you plenty of time.
It did so many front flips.
I gave you plenty of attention. Can I work? Can I go back? Can I go back?
Sure, Mommy. Love you.
And I love you too.
And peace. He would come out die now. What? I think it's in my hand.
You're so weird. There you go. Yo. Where did you learn that?
I found that. My twins.
Let me see. Oh, I wish I had gentle kids. Mine were straight up heathens. You know, I had to realize that my children are my version of out of control. We all have our version of out of control that we are willing to accept in our lives. We all have a certain level of discord that we allow within our lives. And so your heathens are my heathens. You know, we all allow what we choose to allow in our lives. And then at that point, we make some changes. And now I am realizing what I have allowed in my life is not what I want to continue to allow in my life. Like when I'm talking, this happened on my live earlier. When I'm talking, my kids are talking at the same time. I am a mother. Mm-hmm. My kids are talking at the same time that I'm talking. And that's rude behavior, which means I have allowed my children to have rude behavior. But my kids are also the kids that understand that it's dark outside, so they turn the light on for me without me even having to ask. So that's why you have a Dre who may say some messed up things because he was talked to messed up. The people who loved him talked to him any kind of way. So what's wrong with him talking to me any kind of way? And nobody ever said anything nice to me as a kid. Everybody said messed up things. The only time somebody spoke to me, and this is why I question, are you raising a child or are you housing a child? Because the only people that spoke to me were either correcting me, criticizing me, or scolding me. No one ever spoke to me to love me. Yeah, I'm supposed to be healing my inner child right now because I keep pivoting back to it. But when someone asks, why are you with that man? Why is he with me? Why is the woman flawless in every circumstance? If the woman is flawless in every circumstance, the woman will never check herself enough to heal herself. Therefore, the woman is able to continue along flawed, unchecked. When she's the fucking pillar of the community, the woman leads. And so, if the woman leaves But the woman is left unchecked because she is supposed to feel like she walks on water because her struggle is real. She will never check herself, therefore she will never correct herself, and she will continue to raise the next generations of WTF. You know, so, hey Meta, how you doing? I love y'all. I really do. Yo, Vaughn, you told me about H3O2, and I was like, what in the world was that? I got off my live, and I don't know the time frame, but I had a message from Meta with a video about some damn watermelon. And when he made me a lover of watermelon. I'm going to just leave that comment at that. But what I'm going to say is, he was like, it's jam-packed with that H3O. I was like, look at Meta looking out for me. Look at Meta looking out for me. I love this community. I love y'all for real. My life is enriched because of you. That's friendship. I keep going back to that because I'm like, okay, I understand. It could be some creepy old guy pretending to be a black woman on the other side. It could be. But if a part of that creepy old guy's persona is this dope ass human, the hell that is manifesting, well then I'm connected to that part of that creepy old guy that is manifesting this beautiful black queen. I'm attached to that motherfucker right there. So yeah, I love y'all for real. I don't know who y'all are in other settings. I don't know who you are as a human, at work, in your home, as a family member, as a parent, as a spouse. I don't know who you are. But I know what you give me and what you bring to this community. You bring meaning. People show up in these lives. It'd be the same 3-4 people in these lives, just chatting, having fun. And for at least 3 hours of their day, they get to chill out with dope ass humans. And when you're like us, the ability to be around people like you is rare. So it's something to look forward to. So every time I get ready to quit doing these lives, I'm like, no, this is going to grow into a community. People are going to branch off from these comment sections and they're going to start building unions and communities of their own. And there's just going to be a vibe that radiates. And this is the nucleus. I raised mine, now have grandkids while they're at work. Yep, and they gonna be chef's kiss. I told my little friend, who I'm working on not saying their name so often, but I told my little friend whenever she tells me about her and her husband's dynamic, I was like, I want you to wait until you are in your late 30s before you have kids. But your kids are going to be so blessed to have you as parents because of your philosophy and your willingness to evolve and change and shift and see the hypocrisies in the way that you were made and being dedicated and not replicating them, because I saw the hypocrisies in the way that I was raised, and I thought by just shifting them a little bit that I was doing something different. No, I was doing the same. I was replicating the same. I just was doing it my way. But when I talk to this young lady and she talks about her philosophies and how she sees the world, see, we get caught up when someone is telling us about how they would be as a parent. Now you are in this cute little box and you are telling me all your ideals about what a parent should and shouldn't be. We can all have an ideal of what a parent should and shouldn't be. But till we get our asses on the ground and rubber meets road and we are like, oh my God, how am I supposed to control this? I don't know. Where's the belt? And then we turn into our parents because we don't know how to develop the skills to manage the craziness that is happening around us. So we either allow it and have our version of heathenship, or we beat it out of them. Hope to correct any mistakes that were made, and I am evolving. I tell the kids, amen, and I hope they have forgiving spirits. I definitely asked all of my children for forgiveness. I'm still waiting on it from my stepchildren. And so it's good that we're communicating with our children and we're admitting our flaws because we don't want to replicate the next generation of I deal with my mama and I deal with my daddy. We don't want to replicate that next generation. I want my kids to sit here and have a 2-hour conversation with me after they said they only gonna give me 5 more minutes. That's what I want. I want when my kids come over, it's a reunion. Matter of fact, I want land where my kids and I live on the same land. They just live in their home wherever they at, on the property. I don't want my family to ever split up. I want my family to multiply. But from me down, I ain't worried about from me out and I ain't worried about from me up. They ain't ever worried about me. But I just see once this vision coming from fruition, and I know somebody's thinking, how dare you dream like that? How dare you not? Why can't I speak from a place of what is? Why do I have to privately speak it into existence? Why can't I speak it publicly without being seen as cocky or being arrogant? Or I can't wait until life proves her wrong. Why are people out there waiting for somebody to be wrong when they're speaking greatness into their lives? But then we say we're not haters. We were a good family, but I made mistakes and I asked them and they told me my temper was big. Yeah, me too. I was a big energy shutdowner. Like it was a full-on power plant. I controlled by energy. Everybody knew. I didn't want that. I don't want that. I've checked my energy. I still set boundaries. All that energy shut down is you not knowing how to properly I was going to say like 3 words at the same time. You don't know how to properly set your boundaries without it having energy attached. Which means it's okay to say, I don't like how you spoke to me. I don't like how you treated me. I don't like how you love me. I told my husband, he's like, what's wrong with the way I love you? Nothing. Just because I want better does not mean that the current is wrong. It just means that I know that I deserve better. And I know that the better's out there. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is all those other things that Corinthians says. If you need a blueprint, boom, there it goes. That's what love is. Now you go and you check your love. Does your love look something like that? No, you got some work to do. You got some other work to do. And if your spouse comes to you and says, yo, I think we should manifest love a different way. And you're like, what's wrong with how I love you? Nothing. Just because we want to try something different. Nigga, you got 20 pairs of Jordans. How many different pairs of Jordans you need? You can have a different pair of Jordans, but I can't ask for you to try to love me a different way. There's only one possibility to love me, but there's a million pairs of Jordans for you to spend X amount of money on and get no creases in? Come on now. Broaden your perspective. If there's choice, ooh, the hummingbird's back. Yo, I'm really gonna put some food in there for y'all tomorrow. My bad. Oh, it's so little and cute. It's like a baby hummingbird. Damn, I did that. I thought the hummingbirds wasn't checking for my hummingbird feeder, so I stopped putting food in the hummingbird feeder because I put it. Look, they put 2 hooks. I don't have common sense, okay? And they put 2 little hooks on the side of the bird feeder, and I put the hummingbird on here, and then the other bird on this side because that's what the picture looked like, right? The hummingbirds ain't coming by them big ass birds, and them big ass birds ain't going nowhere till they empty the feeder. So then I never got to see the hummingbird, so I never filled it back up. Oh, you can get your sister support merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Link in bio. Get your LoneeTaylorArt.com merch. Anyway, but I'm gonna hook the hummingbirds up because now I done seen them 2 nights in a row. Are hummingbirds nocturnal? But I see them in the daytime too. But they be out here in the dawn. Is this the dawn or the dusk? Just the dusk. They be out here in the dusk. Right, I thought that being a better mother than my mom was all I needed to do. Me too. I didn't even have a mama, so there's a win right there. I'm still here, right? I'm still here. I did better than my mom. Yes! Pat on the back. I didn't abandon my children. Yeah, there's still some work to do. No, that's just a joke. But I can jokingly speak about something that was very hurtful for me. And I didn't have a mother, so there were plenty of times where I just told myself, well, shit, at least I ain't left my kid behind. At least I didn't abandon my kid. I may not know who, what, when, where, and why, but God damn it, I'm here and I'm trying to figure it out. Man. Don't get old, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't get old. I don't know how you can avoid it. But if you figure that shit out, bottle that and sell it. This old shit's for the birds. I don't care what my face look like. My body says, oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Oh, Lord. But I still needed to better than myself for my daughter. Yeah, I figured out my errors. Nope, out.
That's why I took the double tying my shoe.
No, I'm not double tying shoelaces now. You better figure it out. Yo, do me a favor. I gotta pee. Entertain the crowd. This is all you. Do a good job. You about to get a full solid 60 seconds of entertainery. Get up here. Entertain the people. I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all.
Okay. This is my first time learning this is how I tie my shoe.
They can't see. Is your foot in the camera? I'll explain what you're doing so they understand. First, I put the laces together. Then I make a bunny ear.
First, I put the legs across the... First, I across the laces. And I put one lace in the hole. Pull. Hope it's flat. And one bunny ear. Take one shoestring, wrap it around the bunny ear, put it in the hole, and pull. And how to double tie? You need to bunny ear, wrap it around the bunny ear, put it in the hole, boom. That's how you double tie your shoe.
Were you successful?
I didn't get it yet, so I'm gonna. By the time I shoe, show you when I do this.
Did you get it tied, Bubba?
Nope, not yet.
I helped you because you tried. I appreciate you trying. You want to keep trying or you want mommy to help you?
You can help me.
Okay. I appreciate you trying. Good job.
And one day, my mom helped me practice.
Look at, see my dang finger that got stuck. My finger stuck. Don't get old, y'all. Why are you grabbing your little wee-wee like that?
No, I was itchy.
So you just gonna scratch it like that on the camera, huh? Okay.
Sorry.
Do what you need to do, but don't.
Hey, Mom, look what they say.
I can't see.
They say, good job.
You did a good job. Oh, look at you reading. Ah, that's my baby.
They say 2 bunny ears.
2 bunny ears. They were helping you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool, huh? All right, go play.
Thank you for helping me. Love you.
You gonna make fetch a thing, huh?
Yep.
I see. You're hilarious. Thank you. All right. Yes. He's like, I don't know how he does this heart, but he's like, I was like, the way that you do a heart and you're trying to make it a thing, I was like, it's like you're trying to make fetch a thing. That's so fat. She's like, this is going to be a heart before it's all said and done. I should take a picture and put it on a t-shirt. He is intelligent. He is. He's dope. He's going to be, hopefully I caught him soon enough, so boom. The trouble that I'm going through with Angel is trying to break through to her because I allowed her to raise herself independently as far as, you know, in here, in the soul connection. I allowed her to develop herself independently, and so her soul is, you know, dwarf in the corner, scared to come out, and I gotta coax it out, you know. And so hopefully Michael isn't so far gone. I know I can get Caden to where I could just build into him. I could just feed into him. I don't have to walk it back. I had to walk it back with Angel, or I had to walk it back with Bailey, and now I'm having to walk it back with Angel. I don't know if I have to walk it back with Michael or he. I just have to see what he has. Pretty high self-esteem. Like his nickname for himself is Never Quit Appleton, you know, and he's always like whispering to himself, I could do this, you know, I can figure it out. I'm not scared, you know. Yo, that's not cool. Hold on. No, I don't like it. Freaking frack. You know, he has some pretty good self-speak. So I just think he's my kid. He's his dad's kid. He's prideful. He knows who he is. He's confident. Pride seems kind of trumped up. He's confident. Confidence seems like it has some meat behind it, right? So he's confident. You know, that's the difference between superiority and power. You can know you're powerful. Power doesn't exclude. Power isn't exclusionary. Power is inclusionary. We can all be powerful. But superiority is singulistic. Yeah, I'll be making up words if that's not a word. Superiority is individual. Just me. No one else can be up here with me. Just me. And what have black people always said? What have black people always said? Type it in the chat. Those of you who are communicating with, fill in the blank. Actually, I'm going to see if I can connect with you guys just on this level. Based on what I just said, what have black people always said in relation to what I just said? Even say, I don't know if you don't know, just so I know y'all listening and I'm not waiting for nothing. Get your Lonnie Taylor art merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. This is a thinker. Okay, so boom. How about fill in the blank? What have black people always said? Black what? Black what? No, I gave you the reword. The reword is black people have always said black what? I'm even giving y'all a visual cue. Y'all gotta give me this one. Thank you. Power. Black power. Now what have white people always said? Y'all know how many times I gotta fight through the urge of feeling silly waiting for an answer? Y'all know what white people have always said? If we've always said black power, what have white people always said? right, I'm going to do a countdown before I blow it, because I know there's some people who want to answer and they're not typing fast enough. I don't want to give you a chance, but I don't also want to sit here looking stupid and y'all sitting there like, bitch, I don't know. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love that answer. Nothing good usually. Do you see how instead of just spoiling your opportunity to answer, I took you into the consideration and I let you know I am going to move on, but I'm taking your desire to be about a part of this conversation into consideration in the only way that I know how to. So I'll do a countdown. So I'm giving you the opportunity, but I'm also going to move on. You see how I took you into consideration? That's how relationship exchanges should be. To my answer, good night, Lonnie. See you next live. Much love. I know I got y'all up all night. I'm sorry. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you so much. But if power is unification and supremacy is separation, and black people are always saying black power, white people are saying supremacy. They're white supremacists. Only one reigns supreme. And so if we know that we are collective and we know that we are all interconnected, and one is screaming power and the other one is screaming separation, who truly is the one who should be leading the direction of the reunification of the people, the situation of the mutilation of the population of the you know, I felt like I was on that track and I was like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I done lost my train of thought trying to prove my point and waiting for an answer. God damn it. But what I'm saying is, white people, y'all got some work to do. That's the point. Y'all got some motherfucking work to do. Y'all need to check yourselves and y'all need to check each other. Because an injustice anywhere is an injustice anywhere. Sister Soldier. That was the Boondocks. Well, how many people? Yo, I made a connection. I already told y'all. Did I tell y'all? I had to check my aunt. I had to text my aunt, but then I got on live, so I don't know the answer. But I was sitting here and my daughter was talking about, I've been on here long enough, so maybe you haven't heard the story. If you already heard the story, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, because maybe there's another point there. It's just like you listen to the same song over and over again, and every time you hear the song, you hear something different. Every time I tell the same story, even if it's in the same instance, I'm learning something different from it. Hello, Michael. So earlier I was talking to Bailey, and Bailey was like, you know, she can't wait to have a relationship with her cousins now if she's older. And I was like, well, you know, you don't have a relationship with your cousins because their mamas don't like me. And so since their mamas don't like me, Since their mamas don't like me, they're not going to give you a chance. And so somehow I was just like, they don't like me because I'm the black sheep of the generation. Not just of the family, of the generation. Because this isn't, I was the black sheep between me and my sister, I was the black sheep there too. But I was also the black sheep of the generation. And then I looked at my mom and I was like, well, damn, my mom was the black sheep of her family. I don't know of her generation, but I know she was the black sheep of her family. And then I looked at her mom and I was like, I wonder if my grandmother was the black sheep of her generation. I wonder if her mom was the black sheep of her generation, if they all birthed black sheeps. I don't know what kind of connection I'm making there. And I gave birth to Angel, which is the black sheep in my family. And am I going to treat that black sheep how I've been treated, how my mother was treated, potentially how her mother was treated, and potentially how her mother was treated, and every other black sheep that gave birth to a black sheep? Am I going to treat my black sheep the same way? I don't want to. I think my black sheep deserves better than how I was treated. Because in my black sheepdedness, I just wanted to be seen. I just wanted to be heard. I just wanted to be loved on. I wanted to feel like I mattered. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Coco. I'm trying to heal baby Lonnie right now. She needs a hug. You know, so it's been a crazy road, y'all. I went through more in the first 14 years of my life, and it went from, emotional trauma to sexual trauma to financial trauma. Like I had seasons, I had pockets. I always call them stints. Like you do stints in jail. My life was, I did a stint here, I did a stint here, I did a stint here. But then I think about seasons. Yo, why are they fighting though? When I think about seasons and what I could walk away from different phases and periods in my life, I am the wolf of mine, first generation to raise my parents. Man, how did that even happen? My dad's so shut off to anything. That's crazy. That's a major accomplishment. If I'm understanding right, that's a major accomplishment. To be able to have such an impact that you're able to impact. Boom. My daughter's a wolf. Because she's raising me. Ah, Ms. Behaving, are you a part of the community? Good night. I'm sorry. I didn't wake you up. You chose to wake up. Thank you for joining me, sis. Misbehaving. I forgot the question I asked. But my daughter is raising me. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that my daughter is raising me. My generation says that about our parents. We ain't raised them like that. Yeah, Bailey's raising me. Bailey is the one that told me the way that I'm talking to these kids and doing all these things, is wrong and it's not going to serve the children. And I acknowledged it. I was like, but I don't know what else to do. And she was like, I don't either, but what you doing ain't it. The changes that we're experiencing, I have identified where 3 of my 4 children have triggered it. Caden triggered it because he walked out of my room at 3 years old, because he's 4 now. At 3 years old, he walked out my room and immediately started arguing with a 17-year-old and an 11 or 10-year-old. And I was like, on what earth is it okay for a 3-year-old to argue with a 17-year-old and a 10-year-old except for in your home? If I saw this little boy arguing with a teenager and a damn near grown woman, or a preteen and a damn near grown woman, I'd get in the middle of it. But in my home, I'll just yell from my room, cut it out! And then Angel sparked it because she went through her identity where she chose the troubled kid who is considering ideologies of no longer being on this earth. And so our family went into, I have to stop him from yelling because I don't like this. You literally have chosen to play this game with him, and then when he plays with you, you want to scream, help me. Cut it out! No, but you chose. You keep allowing. So don't play victim. God damn. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. What's so true? Oh, raising our kids. Angel, are our kids raising us? This nigga's cocking back and giving them the business. Cut it out. No. Anyway, Angel went through her ideologies, and recently, she was like, I wasn't really that way. I was just exploring that identity. And I was like, yeah, everybody explores that identity. And those who explore that identity, some of them don't make it out. So even though you don't think it was as severe as you think that it is, there's always the pendulum, right? Those of you who rock with us know I'm here every day. I always say every day, but it's not every day. It's Monday through Saturday, 12 p.m. noon, Pacific Standard Time. We always talk about the pendulum. Yeah, we trying a personality because we're trying to figure out who we are. And we dress a certain way. We talk a certain way. We pose, we posture. We're trying on a personality. But then we swing to the other side that we're so deep in this personality that we start manifesting behaviors associated with this personality. And we as parents don't have the luxury of standing by and figuring out which side of the spectrum you're on. We must take action to save your life, even if you feel it's as detrimental as it could be or it's not. We have to take action. And those of you who are holding on for dear life, I repost my lives on Lonee Appleton Live after they upload. So this live will post over there if you got to go to sleep. I get it. It's 7 here. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10 over there. It's still early, y'all. We kicking it. But, you know, she was like, I was just trying it on. And I was like, yeah, everybody don't make it out. So she kicked in another shift in this evolution, and we all changed how we treated each other. You know, I noticed between the kids, and I started talking to the kids, and I started paying attention to the parents, and I started paying attention to, you know, Angel wrote these notes, and they got into the hands of her teacher, and her teachers, you know, called me, and I was just like, oh, okay. You know, and I had to talk to my husband, Dre, and I had to talk to my daughter, Bailey, and I was just like, you guys are making her life miserable. This is what we cannot do. You know, so we started the work of, you know, not being as frustrated with each other and understanding the cycles that we're caught in and all these different things. And we're doing all this work to stop seeing each other through these mean-spirited lenses, looking to get offended by each other, you know, belittling each other, talking to my children like they're children and they got to cower before me in order for me to feel like I'm being the authority. No, I need to teach my children to have voices. I need to teach my children to speak up for themselves. Why? Because they're not going to always be in my home. The key is that when they are speaking up for themselves, they are not speaking up for themselves in a way that is disrespectful. Now you are teaching your child tact. You are teaching your child how to effectively communicate. You are not telling your child to shut up because you don't want to take the time to teach your child how to tactfully communicate.
They locked me out.
Well, then go tell one of your sisters to let you in the house. So that's a you problem. That ain't your kid's problem. You are shrinking, you are stifling your child's potential by telling them stay in a child's place, don't talk back, not allowing them to have an opinion, making them take whatever you do, making them do as I say, not as I do. No, get out. No, get out. No, get out. I want you to listen. No, get out. Thank you for listening. No. You know, so one day they'll listen the first time, and I won't have to pipe up like that, but until they learn how to listen the first time, I have to express my authority. In the past, you know, I would have been like, what did I say? And sometimes I get there. But tonight it was I'm just going to continue to talk over you until you learn to stop trying to talk over me. And like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I am not telling you this is what you need to do to raise your kids. Maybe that's why this book idea that's been on my wall since I first started having this awakening, I haven't been able to write it because it's ever evolving. And who am I to tell you how to run your household? I know you guys are looking for the book. I can help you with your spiritual awakening. And I could give you some awareness points. I could give you some things to look out for. I could give you a leg up, but I can't really tell you how to because we all have different lives. She told me what type of mother she needed, and I worked on that, and that is beautiful. I love that she has the space to say that. Too many of us do not give our children the spaces to tell us the type of parent they need. Dre, my husband, was like, you give them choice. I don't even know what that's about. Because they're going to choose to do what I want them to do, or they're going to choose to do what I allow them to do. Either way, they're going to do what I want them to do. I don't mind waiting a few seconds to get my way. Hey, can I get this? If he would have stopped where he was and said, hey, Mom, can I get my Kindle? And the next time I'm live, so I'm trying to get him out as fast as possible so I don't lose my train of thought. But there's plenty of times where I'm like, look, if you would have stopped and said, hey, Mom, can I have my Kindle? And that's after the training stage of no, stop. Stop. Ask, can I have my Kindle? Yes, you can. Thank you for asking. That's the first step. And then the next step is stop, self-correct, and then it clicks into his head. If you have to remind him, then you remind him, but otherwise, self-correct. And he's like, oh, can I get my Kindle? Thank you for respecting me. And then eventually it gets to, he does it on his own. But in the interim, in the times that he's going to revert back to old behavior, because they always revert back to old behavior because he's building a new habit. And it's easier just to do what he's done for 5 years or 6 years than to do what he just learned a couple weeks ago. So he's going to revert back, and sometimes I have to raise my voice. Sometimes I have to assert myself and let him know, hey, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going backwards. We're always going forward. So, yeah. I don't know, y'all. It's been a road. Boom. Spirit just told me I need to heal I need to heal my inner child, because my abandonment issues are the reason why I immediately go to divorce and separation soon as my husband offends me. Boom. You know what I'm amazed by, guys? That I put the intention out at 11 o'clock this morning, and by 7:30 at night I know the answer. The healing starts soon as I set the intentions. I said, I want to know why I keep going back to separation or divorce whenever my husband makes me upset. And I choose to let that cut deep. He insulted my work. That cut deep. Separation. Why do I go there so quickly? And every time I do it, I'm like, this is your best friend. And Bailey mocked me. It's your best friend. Hey, this is what I accept as best friend. Like, he may not be your standard, and that's good. Be better than me, Bailey. But this is my standard. And my guy's a pretty good guy by my standards, and that's really all that matters, because I'm the one that's with him. As long as the treatment is that which you feel you deserve, then you should be fine in your relationship. If you are allowing other people's thoughts and perceptions of what you deserve sway what you feel you deserve, even if in this space you look back at this space later and be like, damn, I accepted pennies. Peanuts is the word. I accepted peanuts. God damn it wasn't coming to me. Pennies is bad too. But I accepted crumbs. God, Jesus, let me move on. But the things that you allowed, you may look back later, even though it was enough today. You could look back later because we're constantly evolving and changing. Something I talk about in my book, What's the Best That Can Happen, available at LoneeTaylorArt.com, link in bio, or on Amazon. And if you're watching the live and you like what you see, please join the community. Our community is dope as fuck. And so, it's crazy out here in these streets. So I am still her mother, not her friend, but respect, cause my mouth ghetto should always be the rule. Amen. Yeah, see, to that, I'm my child's friend. I am not one of her little friends. So we're saying the exact same thing. But I always make that distinction because a lot of us are not our child's friends. Who is our child's first friend? Do we want the streets to be our child's first friend? Or do we want us to be their first friend so we can teach them what they deserve in a friendship? Because their first friendship that they establish out there in the world, and that person is wishy-washy and treating them all kinds of ways, guess what they're going to receive as friendship going forward until they slowly start to know their worth. Where's my girl at? Hold on. She is my poster child. I knew there was a reason I bought this damn pillow. Oh, Lord. There's 3 TVs in this house. Well, there's 4 televisions in this house. There's 1 in every room. 5 TVs in every room. And these kids is always arguing over a damn TV. Here's a piece of my merch. That is brown sugar. She is a piece of original art that I carved from wood. This is merch available at my website, LoneeTaylorArt.com, link in bio. I didn't just get this so I could pub my merch. I got this so I could teach a lesson. See, somebody dropped off my live. Y'all be missing out on blessings and like, now she's selling stuff. Y'all must not know my home shopping network, because my home shopping network gonna feed you before it ever fed me. Know your worth. Know your worth is setting your standards. That means anyone you let within the realm of you, they already passed through the necessary pass-throughs to get to you. And we are not basing those pass-throughs off of superficial things. They have this, they got this degree, they have all these superficial things that they must have. These are not the gates that they must pass through. They must pass through ethics. They must pass through character. They must pass through, the things that you value, the things that make you smile, the things that make you go, That's what they got to pass through to get to you. Why? Because if they do not pass through the things that bring you joy and bring you purpose, you will have to either find those things outside of them, or you will have to deny that within you. And you have to determine, thank you. Hey, babe. You have to determine. I love when y'all put those apples up there. I really do. And I'm not going to not say that. That's so cute to me. And for some reason, how I didn't think to do that is crazy. You have to determine your worth. And once you know your worth, now you can go out into this world and you can start developing relationships. And the higher your worth is, the higher your value is, the lonelier the road will be. But you know that because everybody's not willing to invest the energy necessary to be in your life. And for you to drop your vibration simply to have someone around you, you have dropped your worth just to have someone around you. And is that truly what you deserve? Don't allow society to pressure you into accepting less than you deserve in anything. I am aiming for the stars. That's why I talk the way that I talk, because I know who the fuck I am. I know what I bring to this world. I know what I came here to do. And I'm finally in the position to do said work. And we are getting to it. And I am attracting people into myself like misbehaving, who's like, I'm on it. I'm doing it. My baby is being assertive. She's telling me what she needs. She's giving me her handle care instructions. My baby knows her worth. I am teaching my child from yay high to know their worth. I'm not keeping them under my thumb because that's the ease of raising a child, because that's what was done to me. And that's how I know how to control. No, I am teaching my child their value and their worth and their ability to communicate and handle conflict and not throw tantrums when they don't get their way. I am telling them no. I am not telling them yes because it's going to hurt their feelings if I tell them no. Well, guess what? Now they're going to go into the world and they're going to not understand why people are telling them no. Why? Because you never told them no. Well, my mom and my dad always gave me my way. Why do you think you're going to be the first person not to give me my way? Now, your child on the other side is in a dangerous situation because somebody raised their child never to be told no. We are setting each other up by not properly raising our children. And proper is just simply raising your child. Know your worth. Know your standards. I could teach from this pillow all day. And then add tax. People gain access to you because they aligned with your standards. but you never know what pitfalls are going to come within that relationship that you have allowed to establish. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. Every relationship needs to start out as a friendship or an association. You understand what the pillow says? Available at LoneeTaylorArt.com. I teach from the things that are on my merch, because I don't just throw stuff on merch. All you need to know is I am. All you need to know is I am that. I am who you think I am. I am. All you need to know is I am that I am. All you need to know. Everything that my merch says means something. If it has an image, it's a piece of art that I crafted from my hands. So when you shop Lonee Taylor Art, you are shopping merch with a purpose. We ain't just out here saying something because it's cool and it's going to move a couple units. I'm not out here to take advantage of you. I'm trying to add value to your life. And every dealing that you deal with me, I'm adding value to your life. Sitting here watching this live when you know you got to get your ass up and go to work in the morning, it's because I'm adding value to your life. You are getting something from this. So when I tell you my spiritual evolution, how I went from hating myself, telling myself the most hateful things in my head about myself, that I'm not worthy of love. I've been with men that told me, no one's gonna love you but me, so you might as well stay with me. I went from that girl. I went from that girl who allowed so many things that shouldn't have happened to me happen to me, all because I didn't want to be alone. All because I thought that was love. I went from that girl. And I documented my evolution from coming from that girl in this book, What's the Best That Can Happen, available on Amazon. I didn't write a book because I wanted to get something from you. I wrote a book because I wanted to give something to you. The Domino series, Sherry Tate. This was the very first book I wrote in 2008. Boom, that was a bar. I wrote this book because I was sitting and gossiping or talking whatever with my cousin, and she was telling me about some chick who contracted HIV/AIDS from her boyfriend. And then she went around and just was doing whatever the heck she was doing, acting the monkey doodle fool with it. She got real retaliatory with it. She was like, if he's going to do this to me and he says that he loves me, then I'm about to go do something. And I was like, that's terrible. Yes, bars. I ain't barred in a while, friend. I was like, that's terrible. I'm going to write a book about it. And so I wrote this book because I wanted to wrap a message so beautifully in a bow that entertained you, but you were getting fed at the same time. So I'm not trying to take something from you. I'm trying to give you something. So when you this book is available at buybooksontheweb.com. So, this community got to be sort of supported somehow. I have created a way that aligns with whatever your belief system is. If you just like donating, I have a tip jar. If you like, I'll buy something, I got merch. If you want some art, my art starts at $1,500 a piece. I do family members. I don't do celebrities at that price point. If you're not familiar with my art, please check out my Lonee Taylor Art playlist. I guarantee you've never seen art like mine before. I guarantee you've never seen anything about me before. I am an anomaly. I remember a man that was way too old for me to be laid up with. He taught me a lot, though. He never hurt me. But anyway, he told me I'm an enigma. I was like, what is that? He was like, a problem, they can't be solved. Like, There's no answer to you. Every time I try to put my finger on you, you pivot and you move. Like, I can't solve you. And that's always been people's problems with me. They can't put me in a box. Trust me, it's been a frustration of my own because I cannot. Thank you. Thank you for loving my art series. They get low views, but you know, I recorded a lot of those videos before I knew how to record for TikTok. I was still recording for YouTube. And so they were landscape instead of the opposite of landscape. And so you have to flip your phone to the side, but it's like too much work for people. A video pops on their screen and they got to flip their phone to the side. Next. But I satisfy myself in knowing that what my content is for is what my content is for, and who my content is for is who my content is for. What's going on here is too powerful for mass consumption all at once. It's a slow burn. I don't know why I always choose the slow road. Why I gotta choose a slow road? I want the, you know, what is it, Random Man in Atlanta blow up story. My friend introduced me to her. I think it's Morgan or Megan. I'm not sure. If you guys know, let me know. Very true. She told me no is a whole sentence. Your generation is mind blowing. Man, that's beautiful. I like to say my first husband, what I don't want, and I had to learn slowly. Yeah. But that's the beautiful thing about life. If we go through experiences looking to be a victim, we will never learn from that experience. If I say that I wasted X amount of my years, that means that I did not learn anything. We should not be wasting any time. Time is the only thing that we can't get back, that I know of. And I just said that because I heard other people, but there's probably other things you can't get back either. But what I'm saying is we can't get time back. So if we're saying that we're wasting time, why are we doing anything that wastes our time? Why are we doing anything that wastes our time? Like, that's a real question. We only got one life to live. We only got so much time on this earth. If we are going and doing a job because we have to work, should we be doing something that fulfills us? I don't think that we're meant to be on this earth completely miserable. I think that we have accepted and received misery in our lives. And we'll see. I am choosing to follow my bliss. I am choosing to live with intention. And in that choice, but what's the barometer? I don't care how far we fall. First of all, in June 2022, I said I am no longer energetically supporting this life that we are living right now. I said, I don't want this life anymore. So I am now centering and focusing my energy on my next life. So I began the work of manifestation and meditating and pulling myself up to vibrationally or calling into, depends on how you believe, my next reality. I'm going to have to cut my live off as soon as Dre gets home because we're coming off of him being on me, always recording videos. So I can't even come in my room. You always recording videos. And after we finished arguing, I was about to tell you, buy me a bigger house so you could come in your room and I'm not in here recording videos. Nigga, you want to come for my head? I could come for yours. But I didn't say that. I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm always recording videos. Where would you like me to go? You know how I could have took his head off, but I chose not to take his head off? That's growth and evolution. We know we can go for the jugular, but why should we? What's necessary? Why do we? What? Can you get your Kindle? Yes, and thank you for asking. That's all you have to do, Michael. Instead of busting in my room, just ask. Walk normal because you're taking more time walking slow like that. What time is it? Go take a shower. You could play with your Kindle for like 20 minutes and then you're going to go take a shower, okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Move quickly. I appreciate you.
Bye, Mommy.
Bye, dear. You see how he was either going to give me what I want, he was going to give me what I want? I don't mind giving him what I want as long as he gives me what I want. We both yielded to each other. Submission goes children, mother, father, everybody submitting to each other all the time. That's how you make a relationship function. Been loving the art series. I like to say my current man, you can always count on him and his abs. Ooh, I love some good abs, friend. Right. My motto has always been life is always hard enough. I choose happiness. I choose happiness. I choose joy. That hasn't always been my motto, but that's where I am right now. I don't care. And I was going to say, well, the barometer will be, can you truly walk in your bliss and be supported? We've been supported thus far. I don't know how we're still making it, but, we're still making it. However, the blessing so that I'm able to walk in the faith that I'm able to walk in and not be stressed out about the finances. A couple months back, Dre got his credit so much in order. Here comes this one. What happened?
The remote.
You've been watching TV all day. Why don't you take the batteries and go and... Because they always lose. I don't know what happened to the batteries, y'all. Why don't you take the batteries and go turn on the TV in your room?
But he keep reloading the remote with the other remote.
I'm sorry. This is stressing you out, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're stressed out. I don't know how to solve the solution. I would just say go watch another TV.
But he lost his battery.
So why can't you use the other batteries? You don't know? That's your limitation. You should figure that out.
What you gonna do?
Why are you putting your hand where I put my mouth? That's the problem. Get your little grubby ass hands away.
I don't want to.
If you knew how much dirt you were covered in, you should go take a shower. Take a shower. Take a shower. You're the cutest stuff.
What did you do?
It's the top. It closes up. Look. Don't put your little nasty hands on my cup.
It goes down.
It closes up.
How did it go down?
I just demonstrated for you how it closes up. I just showed you. You release control to gain control.
Mom, Dad, I have to double it down.
You need me to put it on the bottom one?
Yeah.
Okay, here I come. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta go put the shower on the bottom for my baby. Talk amongst yourself, make a new friend. 'Cause this community is awesome. Okay, I won't turn it on, Bubba. It is down. See? Oh, you want me to bring it down? Okay, there. You're welcome. Yeah, my ass was playing VR. And I was boxing. And old boy was down. And I went to kick him while he was down, and I kicked the wall. And when I tell you my toes have been swollen for 3 days now. Yes, peace within the family household. I wasn't used to having a non-combatant, supportive spouse. I was suspicious. Yeah. When you're not used to peace, like, I didn't experience that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But I will say, when I shifted to this new space that I'm in, my husband was like, you'll be the old you in 2 weeks. That's why I'm not tripping. And here we are, August, 6 months later, and I'm only getting deeper in it. I'm awake. Before, the reason why I kept, yeah, they are. Because that's their normal. That's their normal, and they don't know anything else. Look, I didn't know that there is a guy who would treat me like a decent human being. I always thought that I would have to deal with somebody's crap. So he might as well have provided me with the lifestyle that I deserve. I didn't seek the treatment that I deserve. Ain't no way you took a shower that quickly. Are you finished? Okay. You know what? Dre always gets on Caden because Caden's trying to go into the bathroom while Michael's taking a shower, and y'all interpret that however you choose to interpret it. I just interpret it as, I just listened to that boy turn the water off because he's soaping his body, because that's the way that he observed Michael taking a shower, and he wants to be Michael so damn bad. Like, so he wants to observe Michael doing everything so he can model himself after his brother. And that's why it's important for Model to set a good example. Because I was having a conversation with Bailey, and I was just like, Angel wants to be you so bad. And she's like, I know. I was like, but she chose your negative aspects to model herself after. And she's like, I know. Why did she? Hey, Ayad, how are you? You know, she chose the negative aspects of your personality to model herself after. And she's like, I don't know. Why did she do that? I said, because she wants to embody this troubled teen, mean girl persona so badly. So she does look up to you and she wants to be you. So she took all of your mean girl persona personality types. And that's what's manifesting in her. And all I see are all the bad behaviors that Bailey exhibited towards Angel. She's doing it to Michael, who's doing it to Caden. And I'm trying to step it back. Like, no, that's not how you talk to your brother. He is your peer. You are not their authority. How are you, my friend? I'm doing the best I can. Hope all is well with you and the fam. Yes, all is well. We're doing good. Chugging away, manifesting our new reality. Yes, we are. Doing good. I'm happy to see you. I think that's it, guys. It's 8 o'clock, and I just sporadically got on here because I was having a conversation with my daughter, and I was like, I think people can benefit from the information that I'm giving you. Because she broke off a friendship with a friend, but she never communicated to the friend why she was breaking off the friendship. And she said, that's kind of to say you're blowing me off to spend time with your boyfriend, and I need time as well. I was like, I understand that society tells us that that's wrong for you to say, you know, for me to say, it's weird because I understand what she's saying. For me to say I want time and the person that you're asking for time against is their boyfriend, that's kind of like you're trying to compete. But you're not trying to compete. But if we have a friendship, but there's no time spent, how are we maintaining? When's our next moment? If we are not doing any of the in-between things, and check out my friendship videos if you don't understand what I'm saying, but if we're not doing any of the in-between things to maintain from moment to moment to moment to moment, then how do we get to our next moment? Because there are special circumstances. There's people that you could go and not talk to for years, and then you reconnect and you're right there and you're vibing. But those relationships are rare, and those relationships aren't for everybody, but everybody wants to treat a relationship like that. Nobody wants to put the work in necessary to maintain a relationship. When I say relationship, I mean any type of relating to someone, friendship, anything. We don't even do the work to relate to our children. We don't do the work to relate to our children. When my stepkids come over, you know, they have their little topical moments, but it's pretty much, you know, them sitting around and waiting until it's time to go. That's mostly what we all have accepted as communing with our family. You know, we have some cute little topical conversations. Nobody's really talking about what's going on in their lives. Our children are literally out here struggling, but they wouldn't dare tell us because of fear of judgment. They wouldn't dare tell us because we can't help them anyway. They wouldn't dare tell us because they got to hear something they don't want to hear, anything besides uplifting them and supporting them and helping them figure this situation out. We will sooner give our kids an I told you so moment than we will to help them figure out what the hell is going on in their lives, even though we have lived this life before them. And yes, it was a different generation when we lived it, but we definitely lived it, and we could probably guide them somehow. But our kids will not even talk to us because we're so fucking judgmental. We got to check ourselves. We are running our legacy away. All because society and the black culture tells us to do so. It's how it's always been done. Who am I to change how things have done? Are you the one that wants to have a relationship with your children? Then you need to do what you need to do to have a relationship with your children. And if that means talking to them, if that means treating them like an equal, if that means giving them a choice instead of dictating to them, if that means you change how you have always done things, to save the tide and direction of your relationship with your children. When you do that work, you do that work. Aren't your children worth it? Isn't your legacy worth it? Isn't it worth you feeling a little uncomfortable for a little bit? Because it is uncomfortable. You're learning a new skill. If your favorite sports person or your favorite whoever can evolve and change and develop and get better, if your favorite video game can have a part 2, if your favorite movie can have a sequel, if all these things can happen, why can't you duplicate yourself? Why can't you get better? Why can everything replicate itself but you? Stop accepting brokenness, limitations in your life. You are better than that. And you need to know you're better than that.
I need a towel.
You need a towel? I'll get you a towel.
My eye is burning.
Oh, you got soap in your eyes? Why do you have soap in that area right now? Oh, shit, I just had a swallow of water in my canteen, and now my canteen done spilled. I ain't got no more water, y'all. Oh, Lord Jesus. I ain't got no soap in your eyes. I'll put it right here.
Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. Closing my blinds. Closing my blinds. Oh, man. Ah, shoot. Now my bed is wet. My life, man. Yeah, all of my lives are recorded. And I'm grateful for this moment as well. And I thank you for you expressing your appreciation, because your appreciation keeps me showing up. You guys have to understand, and that's why I'm doing this Sister Support Network, where I am creating a network where we as small business owners support each other. The reason why I'm doing this is we have to understand that together we are better. Together we are stronger. Together we rise. So when we sit there and we are silent and we don't show support and we're not doing the things that we know that we can do, that Spirit is telling us to do, but we're like, nah, I'm good. You know, we're not liking the live. We're not letting somebody know they inspire us. We're not giving that energy in return. We are receiving. Look, I am pouring myself into this. I know I'm in my bag. I know I'm feeding you. I know that I am pouring energy into you. And all I ask is that we get in the habit of pouring energy back. Now I'm saying I love that song. There's this vocal coach on here she has this one chick who sings that song. It's beautiful. But, you know, we got to support each other. And I get it. Your support may be silent support. Energy is unseen and unheard. I get it. But we need to get in the habit of supporting each other. Because those of us who are out here and we're trying. Can we show them that we see them trying? We can't even support another Black-owned business for some reason because the shipping's too high. I know that's one of the reasons I done abandoned my shopping cart many a times. I get up there and I'm like, the god dang shipping costs more than my product. Abandoned. You know, but if we understand that's just a small business plight. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yes, a Walmart can afford to sell it a lot cheaper. Can afford to sell it a lot cheaper. Yes, they can. Yes, you can go get it cheaper. But if you knew everything you were pouring into me just by simply letting me know, hey, I see you, I see your hustle, and I respect it. That's so much more than you saving a few coins at Walmart, I think. Especially when you could sit here and feed off of me. Because that's all we're doing. We call them energy vampires. Y'all could suck that energy up off of me. Well, I'm asking you to return it back to me however you choose. Like my live. Let people know about me. You know what I'm saying? Tell me in the comments that, speak, Lonnie. Do that Donate to the tip jar. Pick up the merch at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Give me that energy back. That's how you show appreciation. That's how you show gratitude. That is a a secular, come through synonym. That is a secular relationship. The problem is we are so used to these one-sided relationships where we are constantly taking, and trying to get the upper hand that we don't know how to give. We don't understand that true selfishness is selflessness. T-shirt available at LoneeTaylorArt.com. We are under the misconception that selfishness is take. Let me see how much I could get up out of this. Selfish is, in order for me to get what I want, I have to give you what you want. Which means I must feed you first, but you understand you must feed me in return. And therefore now we have infinite energy going back and forth. And we are feeding each other. And because we are so energized, now we are catching momentum and now we are elevating each other. We are feeding off of each other and we are growing off of each other and we are learning off of each other and we are teaching each other and we are supporting each other and we are telling each other, keep going. I see you. There's a young sis on here, and I've done it so many times, I've abandoned my art page. All you guys that tell me my art is dope probably didn't even know I existed on the other side of TikTok. I couldn't get the support. A lot of you, I had a sis on here tell me, I had one of your videos were my suggested video, and I realized that I watched your video in 2019, so they've known of me since 2019, but I finally got their attention today. We overlook each other. We should automatically stop and see what's going on simply because we see each other. That's how you build community. We should automatically stop and just at least smile. We divert eyes out here. I don't know how the black people do it where you're from, but the black people where I'm from, we divert eyes. And please don't be the opposite sex. So we have to do better with that sister support. That sister support, we got to do better. We got to let each other know that we see each other. Y'all fuck with me because I let you know that I see you. I fuck with you because you let me know that you see me. And that's what I don't know the damn word, secular relationship is. It's the give and the take. I think I'm done. I got one more swig of water, and once my swig is up, the cotton mouse steps in. But yeah. Learn to love yourself. Is there any topic y'all want to talk about before I skip up out of here? Type it in the chat box if there's anything, you guys want me to run on a tangent on real quick. If there's any thoughts that I abandoned that you would like for me to continue. Yo, why is this the third time you done turned the water on and off? I think you're done, Bubba. Get the soap off of your body and dry off, please. I totally, forgot that he was in the shower. Okay, so you just in there. Yo, yesterday Michael was in the bathroom, in the toilet area while the water ran, because he wasn't taking a shower, but he was going. And he gonna round the corner with his shoes on, with the laces tied up. Like, I'm supposed to believe you got out the shower, honey. But not to mention, he just let all that water run while I thought he was in the shower. And then Kaden came around. Michael's not in the shower. He's in the bathroom. And I'm just like, well, who the hell is running all that damn water? These kids, man. And I'm trying to get him out of the space of the deceptions and those different things. Oh, hey, Pat. I'm trying to get him out of the space of the deception and those different things. But I understand that a lot of the deception that I have experienced in my rearing of my children was because my children have been afraid of me. And so they didn't have the freedom to tell me the truth. Some of us create liars. We create kids because You're done? Well, keep your little naked self over there and dry yourself off, Bubba. You say what? You are drying yourself off? Yeah. Okay, go do it in the bathroom. Okay, you can put some clothes on. Okay, hold on. All right, y'all. All I'm saying is, make sure. Oh, go get the Angel's lotion is in there, right? Angel's shea butter. Go get the shea butter and put your lotion on. You put your lotion. I don't understand. Oh, you need clothes. Is that what you need? You gave me a whole dissertation. I didn't know what we needed. Underwear over here, because yes, I still haven't put my laundry away. Underwear over here. And then your clothes are over there. So you got some pants. I'll just find you some clothes. You got this. Independence. I believe in you. Yeah. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, these boys, they're an interesting breed. But they're so amazing and they're so beautiful. All children are amazing and all children are beautiful. But maybe I'm just into the space. Maybe I'm just into space as a parent. Well, then look in this basket over here. There's a pair of underwear. I saw your Cookie Monsters earlier, I think. You know, there's a point. You start shedding, you start getting more into your nurturing spirit. When I had Bailey, I had no maternal instinct. I was very hard. I was very mechanical. I was a mother in title. I wasn't a mother in nurture, if that makes sense. Those of you who have that disconnect, you know. I did all the mother things, but I didn't have any of the mother connectivity. And so my daughter lost a lot of time that she should have had those nurturing experiences. All that physical touch, she is touch, whatever the word is, deprived. And she's not comfortable. She's not comfortable with touch, and I created that space because I wasn't comfortable with touch. But, as we grow and we raise our children, we get to the point where, we start seeing our children. I don't know what it is, but I know that I just stare at my sons and I actually see them. But then I have to check myself. I'm like, do you ever just stare at your daughters and see them? And there are times I just sit and I stare at my daughters and I marvel at them and I look in their faces and I just look at them and I see who they're becoming. Like there's a way. Yes, dear. You can't find no underwear. Okay. There's a way to look at someone. Look at me. Katie used to say that. Look me in my eye. That's what Katie used to say. There's a way to look at someone, and there's a way to look into someone. And I'm looking into my children. And they're beautiful. Now, you might be short. I just washed all the underwear. Y'all must be leaving y'all's underwear in the hallway because I just washed the underwear and I keep forgetting to order your brother some socks. Oh, my life. Hey, anybody out there identify as a prayer warrior? Pray for my ass. Pray for my breakthrough. We as a community have to come together and ask whoever it is that you believe in to release whatever this is, or my beautiful people, my wise community, why am I in this space still? Why am I in this space of difficulty? And you don't need, he gonna hand me my gummies. He was like, we gonna need to try. See, I found a pair of underwear. He was like, this gonna take a while. Here's your gummies, Mom. He don't even know what they are, so I'm just joking.
I want the gummy.
You can't have any. Here, get your little gum. And yes, they're usually locked in my gun safe. I'm not trying to go to prison. Y'all relax. Get your little underwear and go now.
I don't want the gummy.
Those aren't regular gummies. Those are Mommy's.
I want them.
I know. You don't want one of these. Your mama will go to prison. And I like freedom.
You won't.
I won't?
Yes.
Yeah. That's not a discussion, my friend.
What
What were we talking about, Pat? I was talking about y'all, wasn't it? I like giving y'all's flowers. I be feeling like I be on y'all's nuts, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep jocking y'all. Why not? If you get to feel good about yourself for a couple minutes a day, why not?
Why do I do water?
How many places do we go? I don't know, babe. How many places do we go in our lives where we get to feel good about ourselves? Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about, but I'll get on a tangent shortly. Just let me talk in a circle until something kicks in. But yeah, I was talking to Bailey. Guaranteed he gonna put his clothes on backwards. Guaranteed. Tag and all, he gonna put his clothes on backwards. I was talking to Bailey about friendship and how she disassociated with her friend and she didn't even give her friend a heads up. And she said, well, how am I supposed to have a conversation about you're spending too much time with your boyfriend and you're not giving me any time, because that sounds like I'm a jealous lover and that's not what I am. She just completely blows me off because she's hanging out with her friend. Because I can't say nothing. Oh man, I've been talking to myself all night. It's all right, friend. I need some water. Hey, Kaden, you want to do me a solid?
Yes.
Will you go get me some ice water?
I want them.
Yeah, I believe in you. Thank you.
I want them.
And so, no, I just love that my little boy say, excuse me. Now, I was saying, but you can't hear me. I was in spirit, too funny. Yeah, I was like, these are my notes for my live tomorrow. Let people know you don't like them energetically. Oh yeah, she was like, she's never been one to let people know that they don't like when someone comes around, if I don't see you and I don't speak, that means I don't with you. She's like, that doesn't really make sense. Why do you have to energetically let somebody know that you don't like them, especially when you don't like them for no reason? I get it if somebody does something to you. But the thing is, our not liking someone is so fragile that they could just say something as, I don't like them. And that's why, boom, I'm so quick to jump to separation, divorce with my husband, because when something displeases us, we automatically jump to, I don't like you. Like, how superficial are our relationships? How superficial are our feelings that we go into, I don't like you. As soon as somebody makes us mad, you make me mad. Like, and then we start separating. And 99% of the time it's because we didn't get our way. The lack of touch for your daughter. I had to turn things around from my relationship with my mom. Defense mechanism. We put a lot of controls in place to control our space. We put a lot of controls in place instead of dealing with our stuff. But when it has to do with other people, especially the older generation, and whenever I read something and I just go on another turn on the Lonee roller coaster, I'm not implying this is your situation. What I read in the comment section sparks a train of thought. And I just start talking. Jumping to the worst case scenario, that's it. that it's over instead of our feelings are hurt and we're I don't take it that way. What's the rest of trig though? I'm just messing with you. We're triggered. Yeah. I definitely went through a season where I was learning to not be offended. I definitely went through a season where I had to learn to not be offended. My husband loves me. Even if he doesn't know how to speak to me today, even if he doesn't know how to meet me where I'm at, I know that he loves me. And I know that he's not going to say anything or do anything to hurt me. So therefore, I should stop. He sure is taking his sweet ass time with my water. Therefore, I should stop looking for anything for him to do or to say to be offensive to me, because I know that that is not my husband's intent. I know that. If you choose to align yourself with someone, why would you choose to align yourself with someone who will hurt you? Why would you make that choice? That's where the work starts. Yes, you can get rid of that person, but if you don't identify why you keep attracting this particular person, Pearl said earlier, she keeps attracting people who want to control her. She needs to identify why she keeps attracting this personality type. And all that is, just like I told Spirit, I wanted to identify why I keep trying to end things soon as I don't get my way and I'm trying to run away. I said that 11 a.m. this morning, and by 7 p.m. tonight, I know the answer. If you want to know something about yourself and you've done the work to have connectivity with Source and to know thyself, if you've done that work, all you have to do is put the intention. It's like, I don't know what it's like, but all you got to do is say, yo, this is what I want to experience. And universe is like, boop, done. And the higher your connectivity or the more your connectivity, you will experience it so quickly. You'll get your answers so quickly. I am getting answers. Like the moment I question something, I get an answer. Because I'm exercising my muscle. Girl, mine says divorce so much. I'm like, okay, so you're afraid I'll say that. Took time to understand. Yeah, my husband always said, I got left once, I won't get left again. If anybody's leaving, I'm leaving first. Last night, he was saying some ugly stuff to me. He's like, go find you another man to take care of you. I was like, oh, that's how you feel? You feel. I was like, that's cool, because pretty soon I'm going to be able to retire you. And I'll be able to buy the whole salon, the whole building that your salon suite is. I'll have enough money to buy that goddamn building up from underneath you. So you better watch how you talk to me, sucker. That's dope as to get answers so quickly. It is, but it's been work. And what kicked that stuff into power drive, sis? It's that goddamn altar work. I don't know if y'all working with y'all's ancestral altar, but all I'm saying is I don't believe that altar work is necessary in order to have connectivity, but I do understand with the altar work, I have been able to harness my connectivity, because if you have not identified how you connect to source, then how are you connecting to source? You're just, willy-nilly, how the hell do I connect to source? But if now I have an altar, and now I know when I come to this altar, we are all communing here. All of this divine energy is showing up to this one place. Now you can intentionally harness that energy. And there is something up with my water at this point. I have allowed enough time for him to get me some ice water and come back. Kaden, where's my ice water? You in here playing on the Kindle, you're supposed to be bringing me ice water. You need to stay focused. He out there playing video games. Ain't that some mess? I'm in here battling to not turn into, you know what I mean, Burn? When he used to suck his mouth in like that, I'm trying not to turn into that guy, and he out there playing on the video game. Girl, I hear that mess too, but they don't want that. They wouldn't know what to do if they had to. Yes, what's up?
I was on your TikTok and I saw a video, and I wanted to tell you that I found out that I have the hardest hair type to maintain, and it's the most. I think it's the most rarest hair type.
Oh, so it's rare.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
We can look at it as a positive that you have the rarest hair type.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that make you feel to find that out about your hair? I'm not understanding. Elaborate.
It's rare now.
I know, so how does that make you feel?
I was born on a rare day and I have rare hair.
I know, so you're starting to see how special you are?
Yeah.
It's okay for you to know who you are. The sooner you know who you are, the easier life will get. Well, I'm happy that you found out that you're...
I want to hear.
Oh, okay. Thank you, babe. Will you hand me my Mio?
Video?
Yeah, my stuff that you was playing in. That red and gray bottle. The red and silver bottle. Yep.
I want them.
You want some?
Yes.
I will squeeze it for you. The problem is you coming into my room squeezing it yourself. Well, I'm proud of you that you have discovered something about yourself to help you continue on your self-love journey, kiddo.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to add to the conversation?
Mm-mm. Oh, do you have cleaning supplies? Like, to clean the bathroom?
Under Dre's side, there's cleaning supplies to clean the bathroom.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Get some chapstick. I'll say this, men are about action, not words. They like results.
Yeah.
Show your
It's white.
show your self-work improvement. There you go, Bubba. Now you gotta go stir up the kid. God dang it, you did me.
Okay.
That's okay. Thank you for apologizing. I know it was an accident. Stir up the gift. Stir it up, stir it up. Did y'all used to sing that song in church?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This your yes man. He gonna say yes to everything. Bye, Bubba. As my husband says, say less. Yeah. I need my husband to be about words. I want him to talk to me. I want to be able to sit and just talk. He's capable of talking. Like, we started out as a long distance relationship. Like, our relationship period. Stop, because that sounds distracting. Our relationship period started out long distance because I was in California and he was still in Arizona. And we would have to sit on the phone in order for us to remain in a relationship. We had to sit on the phone. He had to talk and he had to carry conversation that interests me, because if this man was carrying 3-hour conversation about stuff I wasn't interested in, I'm sure I wouldn't have sat on the phone with him. So he was able to entertain me at some point in our relationship, but now he feels like he's at the point in our relationship that he no longer has to entertain me. Because now my talking is disruptive. Now my talking is excessive. Now my talking is a problem. But you had to talk to me for 3 hours because that's the only way that you could connect to me. I don't know. I do know I got enough water to talk for another hour. Young libations. Anyway, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate everything you do for me. Everything you do for the community. I appreciate you guys talking to each other. That's why I always encourage you guys to connect with each other, because I know how lonely it is out there. Not only do I know how lonely it is, I know how lonely it is for people like us. And so, you know, that's so weird to say for people like us. When you hear people say for people like us, you know, it's usually someone with some sort of physical infliction. It's usually someone who has some visibly something and they are being discriminated against because of whatever their physical manifestation is. But for us, what differentiates us from others isn't visible. It's energy. Our energy is not like anyone else's. And people can't put a finger on why they don't want to be around us, but they just can't. Only the strong survive for real when it comes to us. And we look at that as it's a problem because it's lonely as but how much BS are you repelling? Because everything can't be in your orbit. Think about you have something that is orbiting you like this, and as bullshit tries to get through, it's like, nah, we good. Nah, we good. Nah, we good. It's real lonely like this though, right? And so sometimes we just put a little rock, a little pebble. It just takes a little disruption. It don't take no big ass boulder. It just takes a little disrupting to just put a stop in it. And we allow the BS to come in because we're so lonely. But if we were more open to let each other know that we're out here, how many of you guys have walked past each other in the street and you don't even know it because we don't know how to make friends? That is something that I came to the conclusion to when I was talking to my friend the other day. We don't know how to make friends. All of our friends have probably been proximity friends. Are you saying you have something to say when your picture is bigger? Sometimes only you can see the details. Are you agreeing with me, or are you doing the church index finger where, you got something to say? I'm not sure what that means. But all of our relationships are proximity relationships. We made friends with someone we go to church with. We made friends with someone we went to college with. We made friends with someone we were in the same sorority with. We made friends with somebody we went to, cheer squad with. We were friends with someone we were on the same team with. Made friends with someone we went to school with. I was agreeing with the friend thing. Yes. We have proximity relationships. Me and my two best friends became together because we all were online teachers for this one company. But because of that, we met online. Therefore, we have to maintain this relationship because we can't depend on just knowing that we have a friendship to keep our friendship together. You don't get to collect me as a friend. Here's my thing of gummies. You are this jar. You are collecting friends. And you are putting your friends in your jar, and you are putting the top on your jar, and you are going off and you are doing what you want to until you're ready to play with a friend. You don't get to put me in a jar. Nobody puts baby in a corner. You don't get to put me in a jar and pull me out when you're ready to play with me. You don't get to ignore me. So when my when my daughter was like, I didn't feel right going and telling her, you blowing me off to go hang out with your boyfriend, it hurts my feelings because it makes me feel like I don't matter. And I'm trying to show you that you matter to me and have a relationship with you or a friendship, whatever language is comfortable for my daughter to use. I'm making efforts to be a friend to you, but you're not making efforts to be friend to me. I think that my daughter is well within her right to say that without it being received like, oh, you're doing too much. Like I said, when I establish relationships now, I let it be known this relationship can end at any second. And it's not that I'm flaky. It's not that I don't value you. It's that I understand that just because we are having a couple amazing moments, that doesn't translate into a lifetime. Just because we had a couple amazing moments in college does not mean that we are lifetime friends. Why force it? If it's not natural, it's not natural. We became friends because of proximity. We had the same class together. That's why we became friends. But after that proximity went away, now we have to do the physical exertion and work in order to maintain this friendship. And if somebody's not willing to do it, we cannot force them to do it. And we should not feel forced to do it because we said we were friends. We have to understand that friendship is a moment. And friendship is another moment. And friendship is another moment. Right now we are being friendly and we are friends. We are sharing and we are engaging and we are connecting. This is friendly-like behavior. But I understand that our friendship ends as soon as this live ends. And I'm not going to message you and say, hey, how come you haven't checked on me today? Because that's not us. Our friendship ended as soon as that live ended. So when I start a friendship now, I let it be known. I'm like, look, this is going to do what it's going to do. And it may burn bright and it may burn heavy and then it may burn out fast. But we need to be in appreciation for what we have. Because I'm not going to commit myself to a lifetime of potential pain just because I said I wanted to be your friend, but I didn't know who you are. Just because we had one moment where we clicked does not mean that I now am committed to you for life just because I choose to be your friend. We put too much weight on the word friend. And then we don't know how to make friends. We're all out here lonely, and we see these women in here talking in the comment section, and they're chatting, and we're just like, man, I wish I could get in that. You can. These women don't know each other. We just vibe in these goddamn comment sections. And what's to stop you from following sis and start commenting? Everybody that I know when they hop on here, I'm like, oh, hey, Pat. Hey, Anita. How you doing? I'm saying, hey, Ion. I don't know none of these people. I met them because we vibed out in the comment section. And now that's sis. Yes, and I appreciate you. We need to learn how to make friends. Our new proximity is TikTok. We met through TikTok. I have so many books and so many authors, and I'm starting a whole network, the Sister Support Network, where sisters are coming together and promoting each other. Because I don't know if I finished the idea where the phenomenon is we won't support our friends, but we will support what our friends recommend. So how about we swap products and we start recommending each other? Let's tap into that phenomenon. I have identified. You won't buy my book, but you'll buy her book. So how about I give my book to her and she gives me her book and I suggest her book. And I tell you how her book has helped me or what meaning it's given me. This book literally just helped me heal my inner child because a prompt in this book said, think about when you were a child. Think about when you were a child. Is it story time? Here it goes. Boom. I thought it said inner child. It says story time. Write a short story where your inner child is the hero. Nope, this ain't it. But she talks a lot about your inner child. So she understands. Ooh, okay, go sis. Go sis. Powerful. Check out the video. She's on Amazon. Bree Scott. She understands that your inner child is what you need to heal. It's very, very important. Because a lot of the manifestations that are taking place in your present life started in your childhood. So you can understand, you can heal the unforgiveness. You can heal the, whatever touch, you don't want to be touched. You can heal the, I got a bad attitude and shut my energy down. You can heal all those things. But you really got to sit down, and maybe healing is just talking about it. Maybe healing is just having a moment of transparency with yourself and realizing these are the things that hurt me in my childhood. Maybe that having that moment with yourself and allowing yourself to mourn the opportunities that you were deprived of. Because that is the only time in my life that I was a victim. That was the only time in my life that I had no choice. I had to go where my parents dropped me off. I had to wait till they picked me up. I literally was that kid that used to go, and these are the things that hurt me, so these are the things I need to talk about. Because in talking about these things, I can heal. I was the kid that used to sit out the window and wait for her dad to show up. And my dad was my primary parent. At least you were with your primary parent waiting for your non-custodial parent to show up. No, my custodial parent abandoned me and dropped me off in random places. And Lord forbid, or thank God, the random places that my parents dropped me off at, there weren't predators. Because my dad left me for years. Okay, year. But when I ran away, years. Yeah, I had to run away in order to get away. I've been crying all day. As a work and stay-at-home mom, I vibe with y'all in this chat for real. Yeah, it gives you community. It gives you community. So I just love when you guys are adding each other. I love when you guys are kikiing together. I love when I talk about something and you guys are having a secondary discussion. I love all of that. Why? Because I see what's in it for you. I know what's in it for me. I'm feeding off of that. I'm loving it. I've been wanting to build community my entire life. I have wanted to build community. I have always saw my first vision that I remember was I wanted to bring single mothers of little boys. I always knew the little boys. But I wanted to bring single mothers of little boys and move them into like safer communities. So pluck them. This is a 20-year-old brain. I don't even know what's going on. Even a teenager. As a teenager, I wanted to build Bootyville, where it was like booty dancing 24 hours at fun rides, and, it was a fun show, and, but it was Bootyville, so we was always shaking our asses up in Bootyville, but we had roller coasters and shit. That's what I actually drafted Bootyville. But after I got out of the Bootyville era, I always wanted to create a space for people to have fun. Give me that. After that, I wanted to take single mothers. How you doing? I wanted to take single mothers from like inner city places and move them to like Arizona. Move them to like our projects ain't got nothing to do with, Cabrini Green or whatever they're called. The Candyman projects. Per my husband, because he's experienced both. I don't know. I'm not being stereotypical. But per my husband, the Arizona hood ain't got nothing on the hood in Gary. And so if you can take a young black boy out of the inner city and just give him an opportunity to be in a space that is different, he'll thrive. And the way that came about was I dropped out of the 8th grade and I was gang-guarded by my peers, and that's what it took. Not the dropping out of the 8th grade. The being gang-guarded by my peers is what it took for my family to finally step in and remove me from the circumstances that I was in. But they moved me to Arizona. And as soon as I was removed from that environment, I became a whole nother person. I put on all the exterior barriers that I needed to survive the environment that I was in. As soon as I was removed out of that environment, I was a whole nother person. I still had the trauma and the drama associated with being shit on my whole life. But I wasn't in fight mode. I wasn't fighting for my life. I didn't go to school every day with homicidal thoughts. This was before Columbine, so who knows where I would have been if it was after. Because I was bullied relentlessly, daily. And the crazy thing is, when people identify someone that can be bullied, sorry, I hear acute sounds and I had to identify that noise. The thing is, when bullies identify someone to be bullied, they all bully the same person. Like, you can't find a new person to bully. You got to bully somebody that's already being bullied on. They getting bullied enough. Go find your own person to bully. Bully yourself. And so the person that's being bullied, they're getting it every single which way. So if your kid comes home and they're telling you they're being bullied, my dad would tell me, it wasn't bullied when I was a kid. It was just friends. And I would come home and I would tell my dad, I don't have any friends. And he would say, I don't send you to school to make friends. Well, where the hell am I supposed to get socialization? You don't talk to me. My sister treats me like I'm a plague. And I ain't got no friends at school. Where am I supposed to get socialization? You don't send me to school to make friends. Therefore, you don't see the value in socialization. But you don't understand what being an outcast feels like in whatever year it was that I was growing up. Maybe being an outcast, and when he was growing up, if he were an outcast, I don't know. It looked and felt different. But being an outcast in whatever year that I was in school, it looked and felt different. And being an outcast in whatever year your child is in school looks and feels different. So if your child is coming to you and telling you that they're being bullied and that they don't have friends, do not discount that. Because even though I was coming home telling my dad that I didn't have friends, that didn't change the fact that I went to sleep and I dreamt about things. And I won't say those things because I don't want to get restricted. But we're big girls and boys, so I'm sure you understand what I'm thinking. And this was before 1999. I agree. And so I didn't get the support I needed in order to survive my childhood. I survived though. But why did I have to survive my childhood? I don't want my kids to survive their childhood, y'all. I don't. I want my kids to thrive. Bailey's grasping for straws because, she lost high school. So she's like, I got to fill high school. I got to fill that void. I got to fill with having some sort of purpose daily. So she's like, military. She's been talking about the military for years. Since they planted the seed, she's been talking about going to the military for years. And at first I was against it because, I don't want my child to go into combat. But she started speaking from a different perspective where she just feels this is the next phase in her life that she needs to go through that's going to evolve her into her next stage in life. I was like, well, if you could look at the military that way, and I respect the discipline. I used to say, because I grew up, I was a military brat.
You guys tell me lotion?
Yeah. Where the lotion goes? It's crazy how I tell my stories and I'm like, I'm a military brat. And then I grew up in a crack house. It's like, how are there so many extremes in my life? And I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm thriving. I didn't thrive for a long time, but I'm thriving now. And what's crazy is what would have broke me in the past, I'm experiencing right now. And it's not breaking me. I don't have time to stay stuck. I'm healing. I don't have time to stay stuck. I'm too busy healing. I was just thinking about the likes and stuff like that because I'm trying to figure out, because I understand that my demographic that I tap into is potentially the demographic that doesn't know how to use social media. I say that because I had to learn how to double tap the screen. Do y'all know if you like a live, you double tap the screen and you send hearts? And as you send hearts, it tells TikTok that whatever this content is likable, so it sends it out into the universe and more people know about the live. That's how you show support. I don't know if you know that. I didn't know that. And I would watch lives and I would push all these buttons. I was like, what are these dots in the corner mean? And and then things is popping up at me. And I'm like, how the hell? I don't know how to interact with this live. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's okay if learn how to double tap. And I'm not saying not to, because people say they're just busy listening. Shit, half of y'all probably asleep. Happy to be a part of your dreams. But in case you don't know, you double tap the screen. The casualties of war that people don't speak about, family affected. Yes, and also putting For You page in the chat. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Hashtag FYP. Well, please, hashtag FYP me. There's just so much going on in the world. So many distractions from ourselves. The only thing we need to be worried about is ourselves. Even with me. You're not watching me because of any other reason but to see what you can get from me. Even if what you're getting from me is entertainment. Even if it's entertainment. Hopefully it's a word. Hashtag FYP. Shit, let me do it. Swipe left to chat. Oh, I've been over here for a very long time, but I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the love. I appreciate every single one of you. You know, you're having a good conversation. This is like Black people can never leave, because you start on the couch, you're like, all right, girl, I'm gonna go. Then you make it to the door. Then you start a whole nother conversation. And you're like, all right, girl, I'm gonna go. And you make it to the front porch and you have another conversation. That's all this live has been. It has started with me coming on here, sharing that my daughter should feel comfortable sharing with her friends. Thank you so much for the love. It is sisterhood. No, don't do it yourself. It will shadow ban you. Oh, well, I'm happy I didn't do it. I'm already shadow banned. I can't get more than 200 views. I'm convinced the views that my videos get is because y'all are pushing them. It ain't because TikTok is. Because sometimes my views do and sometimes they don't. I was like, they must vibe with this one. They must not vibe with that one. But, you know, I told my daughter she needs to get comfortable with knowing her worth and setting her standards. And what I failed to mention, and we can go into it now, Pat's familiar and add tax. As you go through a relationship, this is what I talked about earlier on my live. As you go through a relationship, you are walking down the street. And as you walk down the street, you come into a big hole in the ground. You and your partner look at the big hole in the ground and you're like, we have to address this big hole. We can address this big hole by ignoring it and putting a little topical something over it, you know, so we could jump over it and continue along our path. But guaranteed, if we don't address this big hole, it's going to become a problem. So we can either come to a compromise and work together and set our expectations for this particular situation. Bailey used to get so mad at me because she was like, Mom, how come you didn't prepare me for this? I was like, sis, I didn't know it was coming. I cannot teach you about something until you encounter it. I know I'm all knowing, but I don't know what to transfer to you until I know to transfer it to you. But she would get so mad at me, like, how come you didn't tell me this was going to happen? Sis, I didn't know you were going to run into this hole in the road. But now that you're in this hole in the road, I can educate you. And we're in this relationships, and we can either choose to be with someone. And when I say relationships, these are friendships and these are intimacies. Thank you so much. That's what I love to see. I love to see the support. I love to see it. Blow it up, run it up. You know, she set her standards in who she has allowed into her life. But now she has to add tax, which means, hey, I don't like when you speak to me that way. Hey, you know, when we had plans and you stood me up, that's not okay with me. So if that is how you choose to get down, then we're not going to be able to hang out. We're afraid to say that and set some standards and have expectations for people because we are afraid that they will not rise to our expectations. And now we have to start all over. But I would rather start all over than try to drag somebody up to your expectation who has zero interest of doing it. They're going to say whatever is necessary to remain in your orbit long enough to get what they want from you, but they are unwilling to give you what you need from them. But they will drag you along and string you along and cover up the little hole so that you could get over it until they could get what they want from you. And that's at friendship level, and that's at romantic level, and that's at employer level, and that's at every single level, because most humans are selfish in the pervasion. Our pendulum. True selfishness is selflessness. You guys want the chat to continue. You guys are enjoying this. You are not leaving. Therefore, I am not leaving. We are both giving each other what we want. I keep saying I'm ending it, but y'all ain't going nowhere, so I'm still here. True selfishness is selflessness. We are both getting what we want from each other. You are double tapping that screen because I let you know. I said double tap that screen, my number dropped because people are like, oh, she's setting standards. We got to a hole in the road. And I was like, hey, along our journey along this road together, I would like to communicate one of my expectations. One of my expectations is if I'm up here doing a song and dance for you for hours, can you at least double tap the screen every now and then and let me know that you vibing with me? Like, is that what you can do for me? I'm doing this for you. Can you do for me? So I'm setting my expectations. And those of you who cannot align with those expectations, you left. And you think you probably got offended because you're looking to get offended. Because we're always looking to criticize. We're always looking to be critical of each other. So you're just waiting. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Oh, you had me until. And Lord, when it was trend to say you had me until, I don't even know if it's still trend, but I know people were saying you had me until just because it was trend to say it. I want to use it too, so let me find you had me until. Oh yeah, she had me until. Oh, I could join me too. Groupthink looking ass. Yes. We are following the wrong trends. We are following trends that are detrimental to our vibration. We are following trends that will keep us down instead of us. And then we wonder why we are not aligning with our manifestations. Depends on how you view manifestation. Either you are beginning to vibrate at the frequency that aligns you with the thing that you're trying to vibrate with, which means the you that you see already exists. You just have to vibrate at the frequency in order to receive it. And that's why when I say small businesses, if things are starting to trickle in, even if it's slow, the fact that it's trickling in, you're making some leeway. Do not abandon it. Now, if you can't get nothing, you are on the wrong path. You are moving because you had a great idea. You are not moving because you were told. And you know that because you ain't getting nothing. If you getting something, then you on the right path. Keep going, keep redefining, keep refining, keep getting back on target, keep saying, okay, it's something like this. It's something. Your life is a Rubik's Cube. And some people are able to solve their life in 16 seconds. You may take a little bit longer. It's taken me 42 years and I'm still trying to solve and figure out my life. And so, those of you who are okay with receiving someone's handle with care instructions also should be okay with giving your handle with care instructions. So if I step on your toes, let me know I stepped on your toes. If I violate it, let me know I violated. It's all about energy. It's all about energy. But for you to sit here and to continue to allow me to do something that is disruptive to your spirit, that is your choice because you never corrected me. So for my daughter to look at her friend and to say, well, they did this. I gave them X amount of times to exhibit this particular behavior. I was like, did you let them know that they were on their way out? Did you know that they had 9 times to do said behavior and they were out? She was like, no. So when did they ever get the opportunity to correct it? You can't have me against some sort of scale that I don't know that I'm being measured against. You're so funny with Alexa. How can you have me against a scale that I don't know I'm being measured against? I will never live to your expectations if you do not let me know your expectations. It's simple as that. But we should be able to add tax. We should surround ourselves with the beautiful humans that feed us the way that we deserve to be fed. Surround ourselves with people who don't deplete us. Surround ourselves with people who understand that the only way that we rise is we rise together. We will not get up off of our knees, Black America, until we interlock arms and we use each other as support to lift ourselves up. And your sister got bad knees, so I need a lot of sister support. Oh, merch available at LoneeTaylorArt.com. But the cheesy part of the cheesy part, what do I do all day, every day? What do I do all day, every day? Hold up. How can you read that? What do I do all day, every day? I didn't just create a cup. and threw something on it. I am 110% behind sister support. I do this all day long. And it's not just the internet that I am supporting sisters. And it's not just sisters. It started out as sister support because I am a sister. If you are my brother, I'm your sister. As a black woman, hey friend. As a black woman, I am your sister. Any way you cut it, I am your sister. And I'm here to support you any way that you need to be supported. So when I created this merch, when I wrote this book, when I created this art, when I do anything, that's why I don't like to cook. Because I just be in the goddamn kitchen throwing anything together. I put love and passion into everything I do. But not cooking. Yes, let's get sister 15K. We are so close. Thank you. We had a commercial break. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? How's life treating you? Are you taking charge of your life? Is there is there an area that you've identified that you need to improve in? Have you heard something tonight that is fed your soul, and you can go in tomorrow? It's probably tomorrow somewhere, but you can go into tomorrow refreshed with the knowing who the fuck you are. Did you receive something tonight? Thank you guys. You got me up to 15K. That's beautiful. You know, I went live today at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. I went live today and there was only 20 people cumulatively on my live. It was a bad energy day. Was told I should write. And are you gonna start writing? Writing journaling or writing? Yes, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Like, this is gang. And this ain't nothing about nothing except for we are showing up for each other. And I don't know about you. I have never shown up for another black woman like I show up here. I've shown up individualistically. Like, if somebody comes to me, I'm a problem solver. So if somebody comes to me, oh, Dre's home. I gotta go, y'all. It's been real. And I don't want to get off of the live like, oh my God, I'm on live and I'm gonna get in trouble. But I want to respect him because he came home yesterday and we had an argument because I'm always recording videos. And so I want to respect him and let him have his room too. I did a post on Facebook about my last post on here and everyone said they could visualize. Oh, so you was being descriptive as fuck. Go and write your book so I can put you in the Sister Support Network, sis. Go and write your book. And I sure will be here. Let me tell you about Sis Pat's book. And like I told Coco earlier, I was like, look, the community's getting to know you. Every time I mention you, the community's getting to know you. Every time you sit in this comment section, you vibe out and you're making connections. You can make the noise you need to noise. You can come in the room. You're fine. I'm on live. You can come in the room. I'm letting you know it's okay for you to come in the room. You can come in and make whatever noise you need to. It's fine. This is a live. I'm not recording a video. It's a different vibe. How are you, dear?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm excellent. You know, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, I was telling Coco, I was like, you know, me mentioning you to the community all the time, you know, and you vibing out in the comment section, like, Patricia, we know you. You know, we know you guys, and you're building your network by networking. You are networking in the comment section. Just because it doesn't look like, hi, I'm Patricia, and I'm an artist, and I'm a fine artist, and I believe, a hairstylist, and, you know, I live on this side of town, and I make this much money. I don't know what you guys do in networking events. I never liked them. But you are truly networking. You are building bonds, and you are building friendships. You are building things that are going to last far beyond when you exit stage left. So when you drop your book and I say, Sis Patricia dropped a book, you got a ready-made audience. Why? Because you're building your network right now. And that's what I told Coco. That's all sales is. All sales is relationships. The politics. Did I say something political? Girl, you know it. Did I say something political? I forgot. Oh, networking. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like the pretentiousness of it all. I don't fit in. All right. I guess I'll go so this man could feel comfortable in his space. And damn it, I didn't intend to come on, and now I gotta turn around. Hello. Well, see, now our friend showed up. I feel like I need to stay just a little bit longer. You know. How are you, friend? How are you? My husband just got home, and I'm trying to respect him. So even though I want to respect you, I'm going to respect him. So I'm going to get off. But I thank you all. Oh, he just went outside in the patio. He's out smoking, so we got a couple minutes. Love on your husband and yourself. But he just went out to smoke, but I could go outside and sit next to him. Oh, no, he's still here. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. See, I'm getting off alive out of respect for you, babe.
No, you don't have to. I'm just going to go outside.
I know, but then I could come outside and sit with you and we can chat. You just got home from work and I'd love to talk to you.
Oh,
okay. All right, y'all. Good night. Thank you. I am on live tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We can vibe out again. I'm there for 3 hours. Vibe out in the comment section. Thank you, guys.